What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 577 of Community Universe Mode, and we have finally made it to validation here on the kickoff before the main card begins, and things are getting right underway as the Portuguese god of wrestling, Kevin Silva, as always, backed by the Irie Saria, gets prepared to go toe-to-toe with, well, a longtime friend of his in Wild, Willie Sullivan. Glad to have you joining me, though. It has been a long wait, but what a payoff. It is going to be the Battle of the Brands, guys. The biggest show in CMV history. Superstars from Fusion, NGW, and Genesis competing under the same roof, although there is no roof on this arena, live from India for the first time ever. As one brand is going to try to achieve supremacy, and this is our first brand versus brand match as Kevin Silva comes from Genesis taking on Sullivan from Fusion. So we'll make sure to keep score. Will Fusion reign dominant for the third year in a row? Will Genesis finally make a comeback, or will the underdog NGW swoop in out of nowhere and best the main rosters? For Kevin Silva, this is really a pit stop on the way to this Friday on Genesis, when he'll challenge Pat LaFate for the Alpha World Championship after becoming #1 contender, winning that triple threat match a couple of weeks ago, defeating Xander Slate and George King. This has been the season of Kevin Silva. He could be on the precipice of becoming Alpha World Champion, but first he has to make it through, well, what kind of is a younger brother to him. I mean, these two have known each other for most of their lives. We know that Kevin Silva and Willie's brother, the current CMV United States champion, and the man that Willie will face 2 weeks from tonight at Sacrifice in a last man standing match for the title, came into CMV actually as a tag team known as Kill Switch. Both men saying on Twitter, though, they are not going to hold back. They're going to bring everything they've got. Willie Sullivan stepping up his game as of late, too, in preparation for that title match against his brother at Sacrifice. Referee rings the bell, and we're going to get this on. As you can tell, it's not Murphy or Tyson, it's not Cole from NGW or James from Genesis. A neutral referee has been hired for validation, so that there is surely no controversy. Ooh, nice vertical suplex there from Kevin Silva, taking down Willie early on, who comes back quickly with a dragon screw. And early on, Kevin Silva going to roar to the outside. That is not a good sign of what's to come in this match. Going after the knees of Sullivan. Double knee breaker, although we know Kevin Silva to be a submission expert. He loves what he calls the Olympic stretch, a variation of a abdominal stretch, and it has tapped out some of the best to ever step foot in a CMV ring. One that comes to mind a few weeks ago, he tapped out Brett Angel, and he tapped out both Xander Slate and George King in that triple threat match to earn him the #1 contendership. Willie Sullivan coming off that win over Christian Gavin just a few days ago on Fusion. Running senton off the ropes from Kevin Silva. Now a stomp down out of the elbow, and here comes the Bullplex. Kevin Silva not all technical. Sometimes he likes to get rough. Here comes another snap vertical suplex. This time into a float over. Lateral press. Does Kevin Silva have it that easy? No, he does not. Up into a seated position. Kevin Silva's going to work the neck as Saria watches on from ringside in front of tens of thousands of CMV fans as we emanate live for the very first time ever, India. European uppercut by Willie Sullivan. These two hoping to get the fans in the mood for what's to come, not only on the pre-show. Up next, the women of NGW compete in tag team action, and of course our main event of the pre-show for the light heavyweight title. Jaquan Shea defends against NGW's Anthony Hunt, but oh, mamma mia, that main card stuffed to the gills. Can't get any bigger or badder. Willie Sullivan gets slingshotted off the ropes. Kevin Silva trying for another pin. Doesn't seem like Kevin Silva wants to end this match early so that he doesn't have to hurt Willie Sullivan. Maybe. Swinging knee strike to the chest there. Now Willie Sullivan gonna go for a stomp on the bicep. This would be the biggest win, bar none, in Willie Sullivan's career so far. I do believe this is his pay-per-view debut, as a matter of fact. And funnily enough, it was actually Kevin Silva who debuted around this time 1 year ago. Capture suplex from the Portuguese god of wrestling. That usually is a prelude for the Olympic stretch. Willie Sullivan's days could be numbered. Hook of the leg, 1, 2. The capture suplex on his own is not going to be enough. But here he goes, wasting little time. Sullivan has no idea what's coming at him. Or maybe he does, able to get out of the way of the Olympic stretch, guys. I mean, imagine what it's going to do to the psyche of Kevin Silva if he loses this match. Just days, less than a week before his Alpha World Championship match against Pat LaFave. But wait a minute, look at this. Willie Sullivan saying hello to Saria. Willie looking to get these fans up on their feet. DDT through the ropes. And there's a well-deserved "This is awesome" chant, because indeed it is. Sullivan never one to shy away from putting it all on the line to entertain the CMV universe. Back into the ring though, Kevin Silva has recuperated. At the count of 5, right back on the attack. That's what I think makes Kevin Silva so dangerous. He's not the kind of guy you're going to see playing around with his opponents, or, you know, taunting them, mocking the fans, turning his back on anybody he's in the ring with. Kevin Silva is hardly a talker at all. I mean, usually it's Saria doing the mouth work. Willie Sullivan puts Kevin Silva in the corner, and he could perhaps be going for the Helluva kick. No, but a nice back elbow and Zaguri combination. That could very well see this match come to an end. Hooks the leg, 1. Only a 1 count though. Brought up to a vertical base. It's kind of funny that Kevin Silva is opening up the show here at Validation, while his opponent this Friday, Pat LaFave, will be closing it. And the champion of champions triple threat. That's our main event. Countered by Kevin Silva into a belly-to-belly suplex. Now it's Willie Sullivan who is aware of his surroundings. Rolls to the outside to catch a break where he can't be pinned or submitted. Meanwhile, Kevin Silva catching his breath, looking to cut off Willie as he gets back into the ring. But the Wild One is having none of it. Ducks the clothesline. He's going to get it anyway. Dragged by the arm and leg, Kevin Silva going to dip his hand into the dirty heel bag of tricks as he puts his feet on the middle rope. Our referee for the evening does not see it. Still only a 2 count though. Irish whip to the corner. Now it's Kevin Silva running full force at Willie. Gets double knees to the back. Both men jockeying for control in the collar and elbow tie-up. Middle of the ring, kick to the midsection. Arm wrench with a forearm smash, guys, and Kevin Silva gets busted open. No doubt about it, Chris Sullivan is watching this matchup from home. Oh, but look at that long road home. That got at least a 6 count, but thanks to Saria, who's really been instrumental in Kevin Silva's big wins these past couple of months, once again helping him out. Oh, but it might have just bided Kevin Silva a bit of time before the end. Willie Sullivan slowly but surely making it to the top rope as he is going to try for the Swanton Bomb, I thought, but maybe something else in mind. Don't tell me he's going for it. I think he is. Oh, missile drop kick. No, I thought he might also be looking for the DDT. I guess I should stop guessing what Willie's going for and just wait for it as he lines up his shot. But Kevin Silva this time with the big reversal. And the Olympic stretch out of nowhere gets locked in. Kevin Silva catching Willie off guard, and that's going to do it. Kevin Silva victorious. Kevin Silva, as soon as he got an opening, locking in the Olympic stretch and forcing Willie Sullivan to tap. What a way to kick off the show. Brought to you indeed by Snickers, guys. Getting these sponsorships. That was a close contest. Willie Sullivan nearly had it in the end, but one mistake is what costed him. Willie Sullivan just isn't himself when he's hungry. He should have had a Snickers before this match. Buy Snickers, guys. Please. Kevin Silva, bloodied and bruised, but victorious. Will he be this Friday on Genesis when he challenges Pat LaFave for the Alpha World Championship? Will a new regime be ushered in? No pun intended. Well, I guess it kind of was. But up next, guys, on our kickoff show, the women of NGW about to show what they're worth in tag team competition. Tailcoat Val and China Sage taking on Rami Young and Amber Briggs. This is the beginning of the NGW Jokers Wild Tournament put together by GM Ken Donahue to find a new #1 contender for Piper Fox's NGW Women's title. The tag team that wins the Jokers Wild Tournament will then face each other in the end for #1 contendership. Still to come, though, Anthony Hunt, the one-day answers Jaquan Shea's open challenge for the CMV light heavyweight title. Is Shea ready, or will his bravado come back to bite him when the Rising Star champion steps up to the plate? Yeah, mobile's pretty funky when you go to our website. It looks it looks pretty trash. You have to figure out how to go to classic mode. You're probably better off using a laptop or something else. Or if someone can just shoot them a link to the Discord, you can go over there and somebody will help you out a little bit later on after the show is over. Yeah, we have a lot to get to before the traditional Fusion versus Genesis 8-man elimination tag. That's our co-main event. Graced by the vocal talents of Tailcoat Val here at Validation. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, a colossal opportunity for these four women as they compete on the biggest stage in their careers. Tailcoat Val has been in NGW for a little over a month and a half, but has yet to be able to find victory. Maybe when the lights are on bright, that'll motivate her enough to get the job done. However, the whole point of this Jokers Wild Tournament is putting together these random teams. Who knows if they're going to mesh, if there'll be any sort of chemistry. And we can already see two completely different personalities when comparing Tailcoat Val and her partner, the Ghetto Queen, China Sage. Another newcomer to the NGW Women's Division. China's only had, I think, 2 matches, but in those matches, I like what I saw. Oh, what just fell off in the ring there? Something just falling off of China Sage's attire, I think. Predictions start at this match right here. Kevin Silva, Willie Sullivan was added late, so that's not counted in the predictions. There's our first team. And now out comes Rami Young, who has stolen the hearts of the NGW universe. Actually holds a win over the current NGW Women's Champion, Piper Fox. I think Rami Young and Amber Briggs might have the better chance of coexisting. Well, if you go to the site right now, Dash, before this match is over and posted, you can get in there in time. Or the Discord. They're up on the Discord, too. And last but most certainly not least, guys, the inaugural Vixen's champion coming out to silence. I mean, with good reason, giving us the chance to just bask in her glory, because not only the inaugural Vixen's champion, a former undisputed women's champion as well, with a plethora of other accolades, made her long-awaited return to the ring, giving up her women's division overseer position in order to compete in the Magnificent Six ladder match at Fast Track. That didn't go her way, but going one-on-one with Rosebud Champ last night on NGW, what a battle that was, and Briggs came out on top, the two of them getting into a pretty harsh war of words on Twitter afterwards. This is probably Chris Proudfoot's doing. I bet he's messing with the sound guy. Paid him off to not play Amber's music. The sound of my sniffles will serenade the crowd as Amber Briggs makes her way out here. So let's get it on. Which of these two teams will advance in the Joker's Wild Tournament, take one step closer to an NGW Women's Championship match? Tailcoat Val going to start things off against Rami Young. Referee rings the bell, and it is out. I like Tailcoat Val's dress here, I gotta say. Big fan. Rami Young getting her shin shattered right out of the gate. Jawbreaker, though, to fire back, and Hurricane Rana soon following. Stomp onto the wrist, and a stomp onto the elbow. Stomp onto the wrist again. Stomp onto the elbow. Tailcoat Val, just about a minute into this match, could already be suffering from an injury. Super kick to the ribs. Rami Young going to be faster. Irish whip to her corner. Looking for a tag, maybe to Amber Briggs. Taken for a walk. Tailcoat Val is a bigger lady. She's probably going to enjoy the strength advantage, at least until Amber Briggs gets into the ring. But here comes China Sage off the tag. Lining Rami up from behind, but an elbow to the jaw is going to stop whatever she was going for. Rami Young makes the tag to Chris Benoit's Ghost, who's going to assist with an attack to China's arm. Coming up from behind, back suplex. China Sage going to flip out of it, showing some athleticism, and now a forearm smash to take her opponent down. Stomp to the lower back. Oh, some impressive power. My God, China Sage bullying Rami Young there. Goes off the ropes. Watch out, referee. Split-legged body splash. I don't think I've seen much of that before. Body scissors. Trying to keep Rami grounded. China Sage showcasing that she is very well versed in all aspects of the craft. Young can't find an escape. China Sage going to let go. That might have been a mistake though. Kip up by Rami with a forearm smash. Stomp to the chest then. Yo, what up, TZ? Neck crank, always a debilitating maneuver. So far, things have been taken pretty slowly. The powerhouse combination, Tailcoat Val and China Sage, not allowing Rami Young to really get a chance to breathe. And look at this, going for a test drive. China Sage like, huh, where'd she go? Irish whip into the corner. Maybe an actual tag to Amber. Now, what's this? I thought China Sage reversed. Maybe she did, but Rami Young reversing the reversal, and China Sage getting a face full of buckle. And then a knee smash. Hands on her hips. Rami Young looking like she's gassed right now. Brings Sage up to her feet. Oh, I think I know what she might be looking for. Handspring back elbow, trying to set up the 450 splash, scoop slam, and the Ghetto Queen. I don't think I've seen that since the days of Cyborg here at CMV. Doggy style headbutt onto the apron. What is China Sage setting up for now? Nothing. She just memed hard on the crowd. Tried for a super kick then. Counters into an Irish whip. Will Amber Briggs? Yes. Finally the tag is made. Here comes the boss. Assisted kick to the gut. China Sage on the shoulders of the inaugural CMV Vixens champion. Going old school with that snake eyes. China gonna dip out of the ring, catch her breath. Amber caught from behind and thrown right into the apron. China Sage just said, fuck it. Looks like she was going for a back suplex and then just let it all loose. Referee begins his count. Open palm strike thrown wildly by China Sage. Amber trying to come at her with that fire. All she got was a hip toss, big old forearm smash to the lower back, punch to the back of the head, and now Amber gonna use the apron as a weapon, smashing China Sage face first off what is pretty much metal, hard plastic wood. Kick to the gut, reversed into an elbow to the knee. Remember, these gals have to the count of 20, currently at 8. Shin break rebound. Amber Briggs is just tearing China Sage apart limb by limb. Massive headbutt. I think Amber Briggs is enjoying herself right now, guys. Her brother Andrew, the current CMV undisputed champion. He's not the championship, believe it or not. He's not the actual material thing, but he is the title holder. The champion of champions, triple threat. But right now, his big sister might be setting China Sage up for the boss bomb. Into the pin. 1, 2, but that is not all she wrote. Tailcoat Val taking out the referee. Going to desperate measures in order to keep this match going. Now Amber Briggs relaxing in the corner while Rami Young sends Tailcoat Val back out onto the apron. The referee was about to get up. China Sage kipped up and accidentally hit him in the back of the head. Airplane spin. The Ghetto Queen making me dizzy watching this. Is she gonna stop anytime soon? God damn. She's still not. There she going again. Oh, I can't lie. I gotta look to the side. This is legitimately getting me queasy. Chyna Sage is about to collapse. Looks like she's got something else in mind now. Clothesline. Back elbow. Pushes Briggs back. Irish whip. Ooh, Briggs counters the Irish whip though. Running face first into the turnbuckle and a high kick from the apron. Chyna Sage has to keep her eyes on the veteran though. Amber Briggs almost caught her. Brain buster. Amber Briggs finds her way out of the ring, but not wasting too much time. What the? Tossing powerbomb off the shoulder. If there is any doubt to the strength of Amber Briggs, I think it just got quelled right there. Chyna Sage looking like she's in La La Land. Off the ropes, back suplex. Wipes the sweat from her face. Amber Briggs tiring out. Makes the tag to Rami. Let's see if she can come in and finish things off. Oh! Twist of fate! Rami with the twist of fate! But Chyna Sage takes it with a pinch of salt. Now going to throw Young to the outside. Wise strategy by Sage. She can't be pinned or submitted out here. And hoping to do some big-time damage. Rami jumping out of that scoop slam attempt. Uh-oh. This is going to backfire. Throw it into the barricade. And now using it to prop Sage up. Just throwing some wild right hands. Count of 5, Rami Young throwing Chyna Sage about willy-nilly. Sage has got to think quickly, figure out a way to turn things around. Spinning soul kick gets caught. Kick up under the knee. Wow. Came nowhere close to connecting with that punch to the midsection. Tries for it again. Again, we're going to get to the count of 10. Nice leg sweep moonsault. Stomp misses. Back into the ring just before the count of 12. Rami Young, shoulders slumped, guys. Her gas tank is running on E. She knows that. Irish whip to the corner, going to try to bring Briggs back into the fray, and she does. What are these two going to do together? Double Irish whip. Double back body drop. Chyna Sage went flying. There needs to be a tag, and soon to tell Colt Val, or I'm pretty sure I know how this match is going to end. Oh, taking a page out of Rami Young's book. The handspring back elbow, followed by the 450 splash from the bottom rope. This is what the women of NGW are all about. Colt Val asking for the tag, but Chyna Sage just adamantly ignoring her. She wants to get the win herself. Again on the apron. Is she actually going to go for something this time? Yes, she is. Oh, the way that she landed on her knee there. Yeah, she needed to make that tag because her knee buckled, guys, when she missed whatever she was trying for up the ropes there. This might be up to Colt Val, who comes in like a firecracker. Eats that DDT, not going to deter. Oh no, Amber Briggs says it's time to go night-night. Chyna Sage got one. It's Colt Val's turn. Boss bomb. 1, 2, 3. Rami Young and Amber Briggs, and Amber enjoying a hearty laugh after getting the 3 count. What a matchup, but I think it was Chyna Sage and her reluctance to work with Colt Val that led to their downfall as a team. I just hope that China Sage didn't suffer some sort of serious knee injury with the way that she buckled after missing her springboard attempts. Amber Briggs having her moment tainted by Chris Proudfoot in the production truck, who's just continuing to not allow Amber's music to get played. Doesn't matter though. They got the win and they advance in the Joker's Wild Tournament. As we now finish off the pre-show, Light Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Main card going to begin up next. But first, it was Jaquan Shea, who a couple of weeks ago, feeling like he was shafted getting left off the validation card, issued an open challenge to any Fusion superstar. But, well, I'm sure he got a big shock when it was from NGW, the Rising Star champion Anthony Hunt, signing his name on the paper. This is going to be an awesome match. I already know it. Has Jaquan Shea dug himself a grave, and will Anthony Hunt bury him in it? We're going to find out right now. This is another brand versus brand match. Kevin Silva has already scored a point for Genesis after his win over Willie Sullivan. See if Genesis can take an even further lead or if NGW will tie things up. And Anthony Hunt and NGWOG, the longest reigning Rising Star champion in the history of the championship, as well as most defenses. Anthony Hunt once said about a month ago that he treasures the Rising Star championship. He's not one of these guys that's just going to throw it in, cast it to the side to go to the main roster and fight for some other championship. He has a mission to make the Rising Star title the championship everyone wants. But I guess maybe he's got a little bit of room for the light heavyweight title at his trophy case. He is coming off a loss at the hands of Antonio Baleska last night on NGW TV. Will that affect Hunt in any sort of way? But I'd say Jaquan Shea going into this one with no more momentum than Hunt, and not just because he lost that tag team match on Genesis, but also because he had no idea who he was going to be coming face to face with. That's not going to stop the light heavyweight champion from giving it all he's got. Jaquan Shea returning after a near 5-month hiatus at Exodus, winning a fatal 5-way ladder match to capture his third CMV title. Is also a former 2-time Anarchy champion. And although Jaquan Shea ate a boot at the hands of Rob Cross not 24 hours ago, he is here to do his duty as champion. Man, NGW could not only score a point here, but could take a title from Genesis. Imagine that. Light heavyweight championship is what is on the line. As we have ourselves another brand versus brand battle. Genesis is up 1 point over Fusion and NGW. Will they take another jump ahead, or can Anthony Hunt tie things up? The Prodigy, not getting a very warm reception from this crowd here in India. I think they're more behind Jaquan Shea. That's pretty surprising. They hate Anthony Hunt so much they are willing to cheer for Jaquan Shea, who has one of the nastiest attitudes, I think, of the entire Genesis locker room. That's taking nothing away from his in-ring. Yeah, listen to them. Yo, Jaquan Shea is it in India. Not taking away from his in-ring ability, I was going to say. I mean, as athletically gifted as they come. Hands the belt off. Referee showing it to Hunt. Everybody knows what's at stake. So let's get it on. Now it's still, Anthony Hunt offering a handshake. I can appreciate some good sportsmanship. Oh, but takes the oh, come on. Cheap shot by Anthony Hunt. That is exactly why these fans don't like him. Can't deny the strategy by the Prodigy, though, trying to get into Jaquan's head. And if Shea allows his anger to get the better of him, Hunt is going to capitalize on that. You can be damn sure. Irish whip into the corner. Ooh, hits hard off the turnbuckles. Hunt wants to not just beat Jaquan Shea, it would seem, but embarrass him. And I think Anthony Hunt's plan is coming to fruition. Jaquan Shea just keeps hurling himself at Anthony. And it ain't doing him no good. What power by Anthony Hunt we're used to seeing. Military press reversed into a DDT by Jaquan Shea there. Dragged by the arm away from the ropes. Now Shea does have a champion's advantage. He can win by count out or disqualification, retain his championship that way. Anthony Hunt only by pin and submission. Can he become the new light heavyweight champion? Throughout the history of CMV, open challenges have more often than not led to the champion losing their title. I mean, I respect any champion who doesn't just wait around for the general manager to assign them a #1 contender, but they go out there every week and say, anybody that wants a piece of me, come and get some. But, I mean, it's got to be said, it's not smart. Jaquan Shea finally starting to get into the groove of this. Hooks the leg for the pin. Only a 1 count. Big old kick to the back. That just pisses him off. The Rising Star champion getting his legs torn apart with those check kicks. Grabbed by the back of the head up against the ropes like a slingshot. Anthony Hunt is sent flying back into the middle of the ring. And now a springboard moonsault. That's what I'm saying. How can you not be a Jaquan Shea fan? You don't have to be a fan of him as a person. But he stays putting on those bangers when the bell rings. And here he goes to the high rank district again. Ooh, he says, about to blast you up. Anthony Hunt to his feet. Will the risk pay off? I don't know. That clearly did not fully connect. Jaquan Shea going to try to cover it up by going for a pin. Only a 1 count, though. Kick to the back. Hey, things didn't always go your way, all right? That's why they call it high risk. Stomp misses. Anthony Hunt gets off a stiff punch to the jaw. Doesn't keep Jaquan at bay for long. Maybe the fall away slam will. Mighty roar from the CMV Rising Star champion. And I think that Anthony Hunt is really looking to get this party started. Punch to the face. Jaquan Shea takes it like a man, Irish whip, tries for a body splash, throws out the legs, kick to the chest, and Anthony Hunt is sent running for his life. Boot to the chest. That had to have taken the air right up out of Jaquan. Going dead weight. Anthony can't lift the man. Drop kick into a backflip. Now come on. Who else could do that? I certainly can. That'll be the day when Basham does a drop kick into a backflip, but massive DDT. One to retain the light heavyweight championship. No, it is not going to be enough. Scoop slam Anthony Hunt, able to wiggle free, drops down behind, closing the distance. A drop kick of his own is attempted, but he just gets a kick to the gut like an unwanted dog. Kiwi Crushers may be on the horizon. Anthony Hunt did his homework, and that's where Hunt has a distinct advantage. See, he knew he was going to be answering this open challenge. He had the time to study the tapes and get to know his opponent, Jaquan Shea. Without that luxury, boot right across the face. I think Anthony Hunt might be out, guys. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Forearm smash. Anthony Hunt ducks it. Thrust kick to the midsection. Couldn't avoid that Hurricane Rana, though. Jaquan Shea. Head scissors, more elbows to the forehead. I think Shea wants blood. Light heavyweight champion not giving Anthony Hunt an inch. Reverse chin lock. Wants to keep Anthony Hunt grounded while simultaneously catching his breath. Here he goes to the top rope again. Now, last time he did this in the match, didn't go his way. The lowdown, and once more, it does not pay off. Double knees to the gut. Anthony Hunt with a wild European uppercut. Jaquan Shea just does not stop coming, though. Oh, Uranagi out of the corner, using Hunt's own momentum against him right there. Puts the leg. 1, 2. He just about had him. Jaquan Shea even going so far as to argue with our referee here, thinking it was a 3. The official assures him it was not, though. Momentary distraction. Anthony Hunt tries to seize control. Brainbuster by Jaquan Shea. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Shea on the verge of not just retaining his light heavyweight title, but keeping Genesis in the lead. Anthony Hunt will not stay down, though. Standing corkscrew moonsault. Didn't even seem to really phase Hunt all that much. Another Uranagi out of the corner. I think Hunt will learn his lesson anytime soon. Sharpshooter variation by Jaquan Shea could very well lead to a tap out here, guys. Hunt is trapped. The Rising Star champion figures out a way to escape that one. Clutching at his lower back, however. The damage possibly could be done. Big old kick to the midsection. Stomp to the gut, slingshot, leg drop to the back of the head. Jaquan Shea, another cover out of desperation, but the 3 still managing to elude him. Head scissors. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Stomp, but moves out of the way into a front headlock. That's what you got to be careful of when against Anthony Hunt. And at a moment's notice, you blink your eyes and he has shifted the momentum in his favor. European uppercut, backed by a European uppercut. Not even a 2. Stomp to the back of the head. Anthony Hunt drilling his knee right into the throat, that looked like. Both these guys giving it their all. It's been a hell of a match so far. Jaquan, powerbomb maybe? Yes. Pushes Anthony Hunt off. Jaquan looking at this crowd who are firmly behind him. Able to push through thanks to their energy. Oh! But that's what Jaquan gets. He took his eye off the ball. He turned his back on his opponent. Anthony used that time wisely. Heavy Irish whip into the turnbuckle. And then a cravat suplex as Jaquan came wandering out. Knee drop a second time. Anthony has taken this match by the horns. Scoop by Jaquan. And a quick slingshot reverse cannonball. Double loose to the chest. Anthony Hunt back to his feet. Jaquan knows his surroundings. Out onto the apron he goes, pulling himself up. Anthony Hunt's not going to give him that break he wants. Punch to the throat. And a tumble down to the outside. Jaquan Shea has no intentions of doing battle ringside though. Tip for tap, back and forth, punch for punch. The light heavyweight champion into the corner. Jaquan Shea looking for one last big hit. Oh, the tornado enziguri. 1, 2, 3. Jaquan Shea is still light heavyweight champion. Genesis takes a further lead, now 2 points over Fusion and NGW. Man, what a match that was, though. Anthony Hunt most definitely brought his A game, but even that was not enough. Jaquan Shea went into this match blind and still managed to walk out light heavyweight champion. Genesis enjoying a 2-point lead. Will they keep it up? Up next when we begin the main card. All 3 brands gonna go at it in the Triangle Tag Team Ladder Match. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main card time. Validation is far from over. What a kickoff show we had, but still 7 huge matches in store as things are going to get started with some triangle tag team action. The tag champs from all 3 brands going to do battle with ladders involved. Genesis already off the pre-show has a 2-point lead. Fusion and NGW nil. They have got to make a comeback, or Ortiz and Wolf going to take it 3 points further. I'm pumped. I am hyped. I am ready to get it on. All 3 of these tag teams representing their brand as champions. Black Magic, the new NGW tag team champions, they've had an up and down week, invading Fusion and losing an 8-man tag, which Bastion was on the other side and picked up a win on their home turf NGW TV, but last night on Genesis lost, and pretty quickly to Ortiz and Wolf. Big question is, how is Ortiz going to fare? Already well known to be scared of heights and one-eyed after the attack at the hands of Bastion a few weeks ago. I'd say that Harvey and Stefan already had the advantage heading into this. They are both extremely athletic. Black Magic, the 2 of them are a couple of sluggers. Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf are fairly quick, especially Reese Ortiz, but I'd still say that Harvey and Stefan are the better in that craft, but they just had to take it a step further. I mean, if you're a betting man, I might have put some money on Bastion if I'm to be honest, on the down low. Don't let anybody know. Here we go, y'all. Strap in, because this is going to be crazy. No matter who comes out on top, I don't think any 6 of these guys are going to leave Validation the same. Might be some broken bones. Certainly going to be some bruises. There they are, the NGW Tag Team Champions, Jared Leon and TJ Black. Hoping to pick up the slack that Anthony Hunt just dropped a few minutes ago, losing to Jaquan Shea with the light heavyweight title on the line. This is really must win for either Fusion or NGW to try and catch up to Genesis, who are already 2 points ahead. And those hammers will actually be legal in this match. I'd shiver to think about either one of these guys slamming one of those where do you even get a hammer like that, by the way? The King of Spiders and the Unholy One have taken the NGW Tag Team division by the balls, for lack of a better expression. And now they look to do the same to Fusion and Genesis. I also talked a little bit throughout the week how Harvey and Stefan, on an athletic basis, are going to have the advantage heading into this one, but I think chemistry-wise, too, they're father and son. There's not much bigger bonds out there than that. Harvey Hastings and his baby boy, Stefan, captured the Fusion Tag Team titles last month. One of the many that Harvey has on his bucket list before hanging up his wrestling boots at Ascendant 7, breaking that news a couple of months ago. Not just physical injuries, but his mental state as well, catching up to him. But he said, in the time that I have left, I'm going to teach my son all that I know so that my legacy gets left behind. And, well, a great start capturing the Fusion Tag Team titles. Also, remember, guys, that the winning team of this match, so let's say, for example, to make it clear, if Bastion win this match, they can decide to go to either Genesis or NGW next week and challenge for the tag team titles. If Black Magic win, they can decide to go to Fusion or Genesis. And likewise for Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf. A lot of weight on the shoulders of Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf here to keep the streak going for Genesis, man. Could it finally be the year that Genesis trumps Fusion and NGW? What started as a necessary partnership to triumph over Pat LaFave and his regime has turned into a strong bond. Josh Wolf and Reese Ortiz winning the World Tag Team titles a couple of months ago in Tokyo, Japan, after winning the 4th Annual Tag Team Cup. They have battled back challengers, the challengers putting down Black Magic in record time last night. They are feeling good about themselves right now, despite Reese Ortiz missing an eye. So here we go. Not only is a point for their respective brand on the line, but a championship opportunity as well. Back to the corner. Josh Wolf going hot and heavy after Harvey Hastings. Now they have a pretty long history here in CMV, meeting on occasion. Jared Leon and Stefan Hastings. You know, the tag team champions for Fusion. Bastion actually been in a war with the Undead, specifically Bloody Justice as of late, so I'm sure Jared Leon, the brother-in-law of Bloody Justice, would love nothing more than to take a chunk out of Stefan, while Reese Ortiz takes the Holy One to work there in the far corner. Forearm smash there. Harvey Hastings just got rocked. Hurricane Rana comes back quickly. The two former world champions in this match. Jared Leon trying to drop a knee on Stefan, but Josh Wolf inadvertently helped him out. Kind of a backbreaker. TJ Black using his superior striking aptitude to better Ortiz here. The 4th Annual Cyborg Invitational winner. Reese Ortiz, whenever it's a 4th Annual, he does pretty good. Won the 4th Annual Cyborg Invitational, won the 4th Annual CMV Tag Team Cup, and hey, we're live at the 4th Annual Validation. Oh, super kick from Stefan, I think right to that eye. TJ Black going to the outside, maybe looking to introduce the first ladder. As Harvey gets tossed around like a rag doll by Jared Leon. Yeah, here we go, the Unholy One, introducing that wicked steel. TJ Black chopping away the hand of Harvey. Now this is a one-on-one match I'd like to see, in all honesty, because Harvey Hastings ain't to be underestimated when it comes to to brawling either. Oh! Josh Wolf dispatching of Black momentarily with his signature DDT. I think he was like, he wants the jaws of Fenrir, but Harvey keeps interrupting him. Oh, there it is, jaws of Fenrir. Stefan flipping out of it though. Into a front headlock and a Russian leg sweep. That ladder just chilling on the apron. TJ Black gonna go and collect it again. As Leon just carries on bullying Double H. Reese Ortiz, I was wondering for a second, where the hell did he go? There he is. Chilling on the outside. You better wake up soon. Yeah, here he comes. TJ Black clearing the ring. What the hell is he setting up the ladder over there for? Russian leg sweep. Reese Ortiz from behind. Oh, TJ Black going for Chris Benoit's ghost there. Oh, he dropped on the ladder with that fireman's carry. Oh, grinding his teeth for it. Guess he's gone through a harsher punishment than that before. Oh, Ortiz! DDT on the apron. Leon paying no mind to his partner. Josh Wolf from behind getting his skull bashed in with the ladder. Jawbreaker, Josh Wolf toppled the same time that Harvey Hastings is. TJ Black shaking up the cobwebs with that DDT onto the ring apron. What the hell is this? Butterfly? Oh my, what? What the? I don't even know what that was. Like a butterfly suplex. Then I thought he was going for a cutter. And then he went like a neck breaker? What the fuck? Oh, Joy's Justice. Laid out cold is Josh Wolf. No time to celebrate. Takes the ladder from Harvey Hastings, Hurricane Rana. Reese Ortiz and TJ Black really do not like each other. They have been at each other's throats since the bell rang. Josh Wolf maybe sees an opening while Harvey Hastings is busy with Jared Leon. Someone just got busted open. I believe it was TJ Black at the hands of the antagonist, Reese Ortiz. Josh Wolf has set up the ladder, guys. Josh Wolf has the ladder set up. Will Genesis go 3-0 so far tonight? Somebody gonna stop him? Reese Ortiz trying to play defense. Taking out Jared Leon, but Harvey Hastings hammering away at the back of, he's giving up. They gotta get Josh off this ladder. He's still hanging on. Oh, an electric chair from Stefan. Harvey Hastings goes up top. Josh Wolf, who just a couple of seconds ago had his hands on the prize, now sleeping, looking up at the lights. Ringside, Jared Leon again sets up the ladder. Not just taking Leon out, but Reese Ortiz as well. Harvey Hastings battling back all comers. The assassin, the psychopath, the ring is clear. Stefan keeping TJ Black at bay. Can Reese Ortiz get back in the ring in time to stop Harvey from winning this match? Jared, what are you doing? You gotta help him out. Now it's Harvey Hastings with the electric chair. Reese Ortiz just elbowed Jared in the eye. Nick is someone who suffered that kind of injury. Ortiz would be a bit more remorseful. Stefan going hard with the ladder. Josh Wolf says, give me that. He just fucking smacked it right out of his hands. All 6 competitors in the ring, beating the snot out of each other. There goes Jared. They're going to start dropping like flies. Neck breaker. Harvey Hastings isn't done with Reese Ortiz, though. Reese Ortiz getting his eye taken out by Harvey Hastings a few weeks ago. Sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. TJ Black, nobody's looking at him. Josh Wolf, though, takes the ladder. I think Rich Ortiz just got busted open now. Karma. Josh Wolf surveying the scene. It's all clear. Set up the ladder, Josh. Set up the ladder. What's he doing? He's looking around for people to hit. Now he sets it up. A little bit too late, however. Another DDT. Black is bleeding like a stuffed pig, by the way. And Josh Wolf sprints to the top again. He's got the briefcase in hand. But a second time electric chair. Oh, geez, Harvey Hastings once was not enough. Another sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. Cherry Leon decides he doesn't want the ladder after all. Instead, he cuts off Stefan's early celebration with a Uranagi. Jared Leon, guys, has a clear field right now. Sets up the ladder. Jared Leon, slowly but surely, as fast as he can. TJ Black trying to go on defense, but I think, yes, Leon has it! Jared Leon for Black Magic and for NGW, winning the ladder match. What an upset after the week they've had, losing to Bastion and to the Rebellion. It is Black Magic that takes the cake and scores a point for NGW and also scores a future championship opportunity. Black Magic came, saw, and conquered. That match was nothing short of a it should have taken place in a bar room. Would have been more suitable. Look at TJ Black's face, but congratulations to Black Magic on the big stage, baby. But up next, our second bout of the main card, guys, and we are about to crown the inaugural CMV Open Weight Champion. Bannon from Fusion takes on the Dream, Sam Valentine from Genesis. Still to come tonight, guys, the Iron Man match. The best of 7 series finally comes to an end. 25 minutes will be on the clock. Who will stand victorious over the other? Chris Proudfoot, I should say, and Jason Spade one more time before we step foot into the demonic domain, the Elimination Chamber. 2 superstars from each brand vying not only for a point for their brand, but also a future world title opportunity. Brett Angel takes on the Kingdom's Joe Dirt and Max Ryder, handicap style Team Fusion versus Team Genesis, traditional 8-man elimination tag team match, and the Champion of Champions triple threat in our main event. Oh, Bannon's entrance gonna be looking a bit different in the light here, as we are live from India for the 4th annual validation. And what a show it's already been. Currently, Genesis in the lead with 2 points. NGW in second with 1. Fusion, guys, has none. The Harbinger of Darkness really has got to win this one to get the flagship show on the map. And with the role he's been on as of late, it's hard to bet against him. We've been seeing the resurgence of Bannon this season. Excluding the loss he took in that 8-man tag earlier this week on Fusion, he has been racking up them W's. Winning a 6-pack challenge and then defeating Shamrock to make it to this match. And he is facing a man that he is very well acquainted with, an old rival, and Sam Valentine. A couple of years ago, they were both on Fusion, and they had many battles. In fact, they once fought in a ladder match. It has been a good couple of years, though, since they stood across the ring from each other. Bannon is a former Anarchy champion, but man, that ring was over 2 years ago. First came into CMV. Bannon wanted to, quote-unquote, heal the CMV universe in his own words. Wanted to bring them to darkness and show them the truth. But after that nasty burn, you can see clear as day, covering half of his face. He received that courtesy of his arch rival Billy Weaver. Bannon said coming into this season, "I no longer wish to heal people, I wish to break them." And Sam Valentine might be his next victim, but not if the Dream has anything to say about it. The CMV veteran, a former light heavyweight champion with the physique of a Greek god, leaving his hose in the back for this battle. Now, whereas for Bannon, the past couple months have been going really well, Sam Valentine not so much. He lost the light heavyweight title, and since then it's been a downhill slope. He lost to Braxton Sutter in under a minute a couple of weeks ago. That was the last time we saw him. Sam Valentine is, really coming to this with no momentum, but we've seen bigger upsets. I'm not counting Valentine out. Not anytime soon. Winning a triple threat match back at Exodus to qualify for this one, guys. We're about to crown the inaugural openweight champion. One of these two names will go down in the history books forever. Bannon doesn't seem too impressed there, watching from ringside. He most certainly is glorious, but will he be a champion after tonight? Let's not waste any more time. Let's find out. I think this is really like a dark horse match. Nobody was really looking at this one as their favorite for the card, but I could see it still in the show. They have in the past. Openweight championship. Why is it from this angle? It's weird. Looking up at the stage. That like tripped me out for a second. They are ready. Let's go. Meeting each other in the middle of the ring. There ain't no collar and elbow tie between these two. Even though it's been a couple of years, they know each other. Oh! Damn, Bannon. I think Valentine was going for a spear. Bannon said, "Nah, fam. They did it again." Nearly chucked him out of the ring. Please chill. Power slam by the Harbinger of Darkness. And now just stomping away. Yeah, this is not a great start for the Dream. Bannon trying to become openweight champion in record time. Irish over to the corner from behind. Bannon, as you can see, the bulkier. He's gonna have that strength factor. Sam Valentine has to utilize his speed to evade Bannon. Maybe try and ground him. That's not really working out for him so far. Punch to the midsection, and then a punch to the jaw. Valentine gets off the snapmare. Soccer ball kick. Back to the seated position and a punch right to the side of the head. Bannon getting out of the way of that second soccer ball kick. Clothesline. Valentine shoots to his feet. Kick to the gut. Sucks the air right up out of Bannon. Head first off the top turnbuckle. Bannon with some wrestling skills shown there. Very technically sound. Elbow to the shoulder. And Bannon has no regard for Sam Valentine's well-being. I mean, you have to beat him, Bannon. You don't have to kill him. Suplex toss gets a 1 count. Valentine having a tough time dealing with Bannon's just ruggedness and brute power. Tilt-a-whirl power slam. I don't think I've seen that since the days of Hall of Famer Dave Turner. If you're gonna take a page out of somebody's book, Dave Turner's just about the best choice. Deadlift sit-out powerbomb. Valentine grasping at his lower back. Bannon almost trying to show mercy by continuously pitting Valentine. But Valentine won't stay down. Arm drag, Sammy boy. If he's gonna go down, he's gonna go down having a good time. I mean, if you don't know the history of Bannon and CMV, guys, this is a man who's fought in a carnival before. He's fought in a church. This man fought in a plane while it was up in the air. Him and Billy Weaver, any place that you can think of, they fought. He has the scars to prove it. And I am becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Bannon as this season progresses. I mean, I've always enjoyed the guy in ring. I don't really want to have a conversation with him anytime soon. Look at Sam Valentine! Yes, the press-ups! The military press-ups, Bannon! Your 300 pounds ain't shit. For the dream, 1, 2, only a 2 count though. Bannon just got rocked right there. Did not see that coming. Oh, Sam Valentine putting him in the corner. We know what's coming next. Valentine looking to shut all them naysayers up. Putting it all on the line. On the grand stage of validation, dream shatterer. And Bannon, not the kind of guy I see having a dream board, but if he does, it did indeed just get shattered. Sam Valentine to become the first ever open weight champion. 1, 2, oh, but it's just a 2 count. Maybe the precious few seconds he took afterwards, dragging Bannon from the corner, is what cost him there. I'm not too sure, but Valentine, unfazed, pushing ahead. He knows he's got Bannon hurt. He's just got to stay on top of him. Clothesline. Ducks Bannon's clothesline, goes off the ropes on the rebound, eats the back body drop. Bannon not staying down though. Valentine says, you want more? I got some for you. Spine buster. Bannon shooketh at this moment. Oh, but just when the fire's burning brightest, Bannon douses it. Valentine Irish whip. Tries for a back elbow. Bannon's like running into a brick wall though. Ooh. Checkmate. Shades of Travis King right there. Former world champion, but only a 1 count, and Bannon, sensing that he's drifted into the deep end, rolls to the outside to catch his breath, but Valentine's not giving him a break. Butterfly suplex on the outside, that's gonna hurt. Bannon able to reverse into an arm drag. Kick to the gut. Look at Bannon, slow, methodical. That's the pace he enjoys adopting in his matches. And Sam Valentine's arm actually slapped off the steel steps too. And now just face first, dropping Sam off the apron. Having to the count of 20, but guys, if one of these two were to win by countout or disqualification, either way, they would win the title because this is to crown the inaugural champion. It would be a shame if it ended that way. Been a great match so far, but at the count of 11, Valentine into the ring. He's been busted open off an elbow by Bannon. Irish whip into the corner. Big man coming at him. Shoulder thrust into the gut. Grabbing him by the throat. And look at this one-handed pendulum backbreaker. Oh, not just one though, two of them. That took it out of the Harbinger of Darkness though. Maybe just out of instinct, flops into the lateral press and gets the win! Bannon! Bannon is the first ever open weight champion after punishing Sam Valentine with back-to-back pendulum backbreakers. And for the first time in over 2 years, Bannon is a champion again. Despite a few signs of life from Valentine, this was largely domination on the part of Bannon. Sam Valentine even pulled out the big guns, hitting the Dream Shatterer. But that wasn't enough to get the 3 count. Bannon is a survivor, and he survived again tonight. And he's going to be a force to be reckoned with going forward. Bannon is your inaugural open weight champion, punishing Valentine at the end in order to capture the gold. Now he's, oh come on, referee didn't do anything to you, Bannon. Bannon's name once more added to the history books. I do not envy any man who's going to step into the ring with him to vie for that belt. Bannon also scoring the first point for Fusion, guys. Now the record stands Genesis still in the lead with 2. NGW and Fusion tied for second, 1 point apiece. But we're going to take a break from the Battle of the Brands momentarily as a years-long grudge finally comes to an end. And the best of 7 series, specifically within CMV, Canada's #1 export, Chris Proudfoot and Jason Spade in an Iron Man match to finally put to bed their rivalry. Remember that not only is the winner of this match promised a unique opportunity by General Manager of Monday Night Fusion, Yuri Sokolov, but the loser, guys, will be sent to Genesis in the mid-season draft that takes place tomorrow. The General Managers coming together and realizing that these two will never be able to coexist on the same brand. So things will end here tonight because only one of them is going to be a Fusion superstar still. After this, 25 minutes going to be on the clock. Whoever has the most points scored by the end of it will be the better man. Fusion has won the Battle of the Brands the past 2 years, but they only beat Genesis. NGW involved this year, anything could happen. I legitimately don't know who I'm rooting for. There he is, Chris Proudfoot, as smug and arrogant as he ever is, making his first ever singles pay-per-view appearance. Chris Proudfoot had his back against the wall earlier this week on Fusion when he faced Jason Spade in that tables match, because remember, if Spade would have won, the best of 7 series would have ended there. But Proudfoot was able to tie things up. And now here we are. This has been an interesting best of 7 series, to say the least. I mean, unlike anything I've ever seen before. We've had best of 3 series. We've had best of 5 series. This is actually the first ever best of 7 series. And I mean, it started off, Jason Spade scored the first point in the prison cell match. Proudfoot was then able to come back, winning a Falls Count Anywhere contest in which Jason Spade bruised his tailbone. That led to Jason Spade choosing a champion, that being Ryan Kent, to face Chris Proudfoot. Kent would win, and in that match, Kent would bruise Proudfoot's ribs, so then he, the next week, would have to choose a champion, that being Yuri Sokolov, who mauled Jason Spade. And then Jason Spade and Ryan Kent win a tag team match against Proudfoot and Sukhanov. Last time was early this week on Fusion again, where Proudfoot won the tables match, and here we are, 3-3. It all comes to an end. Jason Spade, who only arrived here at CMV a few months before Chris Proudfoot. And if you don't know the history between these two outside of CMV, well, all you need to know is it's not pretty. Every company they've been in, they've been at each other's throats. And Proudfoot actually, he said himself, I don't know if I believe it, but he said, I came into CMV and I tried to work with Spade. I tried to be his friend, but he let me down again and again. And that's what led to them turning on each other, and again, here we are. Time limit set at 25. You can score points by pinfall, submission, countout, or 15. What? I was told it was 25 minutes by Yuri Suklov. I guess he lied to me. All right, it's going to be 15, just as it was a couple of nights ago on NGW. And, I mean, what an Iron Woman match that was between Sonny Octave and Piper Fox. And I actually want to reference that because it was Piper Fox who took the lead. I think she scored the first pin at maybe like 5 minutes in. And not until the last minute, there was 1 minute left on the clock, Sonny Octave scored 2 falls in a row to win. So 50 minutes on the clock, don't get it twisted. Whether it's Proudfoot or Spade that scores the first point, it doesn't end there. Anything can happen. Jason Spade kind of mocking Chris Proudfoot early on, and Canada's #1 export is not going to have that. A minute has already passed Hurricane Rana by Jason Spade. Monday Night Fusion, often called the flagship show of CMV, and it's been the home of these two superstars this entire season. But their hatred for each other, it just does not allow them to be at peace. I mean, if they were to both still be on Fusion after this match, it wouldn't matter. They'd pass by each other in the locker room, they'd probably start to beat the piss out of one another, you know? I completely agree with the general managers getting together and deciding that one of them has got to go to Genesis. And that's going to be a big pickup. Whether it's Proudfoot, whether it's Spade, it's going to be a huge score for general manager Castle Payne and mediary Dave Turner. But Fusion is where both these guys want to be, and it's going to bring them a lot of joy to see the other kicked out. And of course, that unique opportunity. What is it? I do not know. Believe me, I've tried to ask Yuri over these past few weeks. I've said, come on, tell me, what's the unique opportunity these guys will get? But he ain't budging. Reverse chinlock. Chris Proudfoot, more the wrestler than Jason Spade is. He would like if this stayed on the map, but Spade ain't going to let that happen. Couple of elbows to the midsection. Spinning back fist, there you go. Smacked the taste right out of his mouth. Uh-oh, Jason Spade goes to the top rope. This is a move that Chris Proudfoot has felt one too many times. Oh, I thought he was going for the double boot stomp. Something else. Oh! Drop kick, but man, oh man, that went a lot differently than he wanted it to. Back of Spade's head smacking off the canvas. Proudfoot's cross body, though. Getting turned down, and now a slingshot. Jason Spade brings Proudfoot to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Wins a player's boot. Over the shoulder. Look at him, man. They don't rest. Counter after counter. That's what happens when you know your opponent like the back of your hand. All over the world, in so many different kind of match types, in so many different companies, have these two punched each other in the face. Maybe this is the first time ever in India. And in an Iron Man match, as Spade perhaps now looking for that double boot stomp of his. Perched up high. He's thinking, but he took too long. Proudfoot slides out of the way. That wily veteran instinct. Now it's Spade who gets slingshotted off the ropes. Ooh, ducks the clothesline, but Spade's there to hit it anyway. European uppercut. Spinning soul kick. Ooh, Proudfoot got his foot tangled up the bottom rope, and that allows Spade to take control with a rolling enziguri. Proudfoot just got his bell rung. Eyes glazed over. Spade knows it. Another spinning soul kick. Proudfoot trapped in the corner. Able to turn the tide. Getting a good look at that ass. I mean, Jason Spade's ass does look pretty good in that, and those tights. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is not gonna end well for Chris Proudfoot. Tree of woe. Like a deer killed on the hunt, being left to bled. What's Jason Spade doing here now? Practicing his cardio. I don't know if this is the place to do it, though. 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, guys. Still no points scored for either man. Kicks the knee. Now it's Spade who has his back to the turnbuckles. Irish whip. Hanging on for dear life so he doesn't fall to the outside. Oh, man. Back suplex onto the apron. Whoosh. That made me cringe. Oh, well, apparently it's falls count anywhere. I didn't know that either. 1, 2. Yo, Yuri Suklov really fucking goofed me. Told me it was 25 minutes. Didn't tell me it was falls count anywhere. Spade nearly scoring the first point after that back suplex onto the apron, but here comes Proudfoot bringing it back into the squared circle. Stop, misses. Irish whip. Spade off the ropes. Oh, that was like a back suplex slam. I like that. Proudfoot grabbing a hold of the leg. 1. Just a 1 count. Yeah, apparently Spade did though. Or maybe he just said, let me try. Michinoku driver. Chris Proudfoot hitting big move after big move. Yeah, Spade knows he has to stop that. Hands on his hips. He's gassed, and there's still 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. I've seen these two in the CMV Performance Center as of late, being on that treadmill. Side effect patented. Chris Proudfoot. Can he score the first point and take the lead? 1, 2. Oh. But a millisecond away from getting the job done. Chris Proudfoot putting distance between he and Spade. He wants that knee plus. Jason Spade knows it all too well. Player's boot connects. And Spade now is the one on the hunt. Finger on the trigger. Lands in big lobotomy. Spade grabs the leg. 1, 2, but Proudfoot denies the pin. 2.99999. On a quick commercial break. Remember, buy Snickers, please. Support the show. Buy Snickers. Back into it. Proudfoot swoops the leg. Oh, and he's miffed. He ain't happy. Grabbing Spade by the hair and trying to bash his head open off the canvas. That 3 count, still managing to elude him. Back into the reverse chin lock. Proudfoot in his hairy forearm. With a firm grasp around the neck of Jason Spade. Wore him down enough. Proudfoot content that he's got Spade right where he wants him. Knee plus, no! Sidestepped. Proudfoot manages to keep control. Front headlock. Spade is trapped. check kick to the knee. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. Jason Spade, not enough strength left to lift Proudfoot up for his intended belly-to-belly suplex, and Proudfoot with not a shimmer of respect, tossing Spade to the outside like he's taking out the garbage. Diamond carry. Spade, wriggle tree, impaler DDT on the outside. And it is falls count anywhere. Lands in Berglund, bottoming on the concrete. Basically, those pads offering little to no protection. 1, 2, 3, and a colossal size. Lanzenberg lobotomy gives Spade the first fall. Now Proudfoot has only 5 minutes and 50 seconds to try and even things up. As out of instinct, he springs to his feet, only for Spade to smash him face first off the security wall. Counters the butterfly suplex into an arm drag, and he just quickly hooks the leg. 1, 2. Harsh kick to the back. Proudfoot is far from done. Oh my, jeez. Open palm slaps to the face of Jason Spade as Proudfoot held him by his throat. And I can't condone that. Jumping DDT, followed it closely. Snapmare. Oh, the jack of all trades, indeed another tornado enziguri. Tries for the butterfly suplex again, and he gets it. 4 minutes and 40 seconds, guys. Jason Spade is up 1 point, but Proudfoot ain't quitting. Hurricane Rana reversed into an alley-oop facebuster. No. Proudfoot, please. No! Oh my God! Ribs first into that LED post. Proudfoot doesn't just want to beat Spade, he wants to injure him, he wants to hurt him. Absolutely maniacal. Rapid kicks in succession from Spade. Again and again. How many was that? I don't even know. Maybe a bit dizzy. Oh, and Proudfoot trying to hang out of the ropes for dear life, but that's not going to help him. Alley-oop it on his ass. He gets picked back up. Oh, kick to the chest again. Another cover. Will Spade take the 2-point lead, much like Genesis has tonight? No. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. That's how long Proudfoot has to tie things up. Meanwhile, Spade is on defense. All he has to do is avoid getting pinned, avoid getting trapped in a submission. Bringing it ringside's not going to help him, though, because it's falls count anywhere. Maybe that's what Spade wants. The Lanzenberg lobotomy last time got him the fall. A third tornado enziguri. Listen to that smack. Echoes throughout the whole arena. Spade says, you want to play like that, Proudfoot? I got you here. Face full of apron. I.e. a face full of steel and hardwood. I've got hardwood watching this match right now. It's been amazing so far. Sit out powerbomb. Spade nearly dropped him up in the air. Proudfoot will not give up another point, though. He can't just do that. He's got to go on the offensive. He's got to find some sort of way to take control. Tries to pick him up, but Proudfoot's waiting with a knee. I think we might, you never know. Side effect again. Reversed into a dragon suplex. Spade takes a moment. He's trying to wind down the clock. And if he hits this, guys, the Lanzenberg lobotomy a third time. Into the pin. Proudfoot's got to kick out. 1, 2, and he does! He avoids Spade getting another point, but there's only 1 minute and 40 seconds for him to make a pin, submission, or get a count out, disqualification, anything. Vertical suplex. Proudfoot, you can't afford to work slow. Well, that's what he's doing. Maybe he wants to wind down the clock, get it to only a few seconds left, then make a pin. That way, Spade has no chance to come back. But even if Proudfoot does score a point, guys, then it'll be a draw. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Can Proudfoot do it? Not a Spade has anything to say about it. 55 seconds left. Proudfoot's throwing everything he can think at Spade. To the outside. Oh, man. Trying to rip his head off. Proudfoot covers. Can he tie things up? 1, 2. Oh, Proudfoot, come on. 25 seconds. What's he doing? Maybe something like a concussion, somebody's grabbing at his head. Kitchen sink, though. And it's going to be Spade in the corner saying, "You're done, Proudfoot." And indeed he is. The time limit has run dry, guys, and well, how poetic it is that still they are both standing when it's all said and done. But it is Jason Spade with 1 point over Proudfoot. That is the Iron Man. Wow. Echoes here just to mark out for Jason Spade. Proudfoot may have taken the L, but he takes it on his feet. Jason Spade, ladies and gentlemen. He wins the best of 7 series. He wins the unique opportunity. He wins this years-long rivalry. What's next for Chris Proudfoot as he looks to start anew on Genesis? Oh, but are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? It's here. It's here. The match I am most looking forward to. The Elimination Chamber. Cross-brand 2 superstars from each show going to clash inside of the Devil's Domain. Now tonight, Genesis is in the lead, 2 points, while second place is tied between NGW and Fusion, 1 apiece. Braxton Sutter and Matt Devious from Genesis, Dante Tatum and Walter Belay from NGW, TZ Mass and Hayden from Fusion. I think most people who have been watching CMV for a while know that the Elimination Chamber is my most favorite match. I thank the Lord each and every day that I do not have to step into one, and I certainly do not envy any superstar that has to step into one, including these 6. I think the people who have been in this situation before, and this match specifically being Hayden and Matt Devious, deep in their hearts, they're dreading having to once again be possibly locked in one of those pods. I mean, just look at the last time Matt Devious was inside of a chamber. He had his kneecap shattered by Paul Devine. I mean, Hayden's been in 2 chambers. He's lost both of them. For Braxton Sutter, Dante Tatum, TZ Masson, and Walter Bolea, this is a complete unknown, but this is a match that is going to change them forever. Even if they win, they are not going to leave the same man. But it's not just a point for their brand that's on the line, guys, because the winner of this will also receive a future world title match on their respective brand. And still to come, Brett Angel does battle with the Kingdom's Joe Dirt and Max Ryder, the traditional Team Fusion versus Team Genesis 8-man elimination tag team match in the main event Champion of Champions triple threat. What has already been a hell of a show, the kickoff and the couple of opening matches we've seen so far. We had Kevin Silva scored the first point for Genesis by beating Willie Sullivan of Fusion. Then the women of NGW tore it up in tag team action. Rami Young and Amber Briggs besting Tailcoat Val and China Sage, while Anthony Hunt answered Jaquan Shea's light heavyweight championship open challenge but fell short in a great contest. Meanwhile, Black Magic came out of nowhere for the upset win in the Triangle Tornado Tag Team ladder match. Bannon was crowned the inaugural openweight champion after dissecting Sam Valentine. And we just saw the end of the years-long blood feud between Chris Proudfoot and Jason Spade, as Jason Spade stood tall against Canada's #1 export. But now, which of these 6 men will be the last one standing? Now, if you've never seen an Elimination Chamber match before, number 1, you've missed out. But number 2, it's pretty simple. 6 superstars in this match. 2 of them will start in the ring. The other 4 will be locked inside of those pods. Every 5 minutes, a superstar will be released, guys. Elimination can occur by pinfall or submission. Last man standing will be the winner. And look who's coming out first. The former NGW champion, the longest reigning NGW champion of all time. The British Bulldozer, the Bully. TZ Mass, who's the kind of guy I think will feel right at home inside of that steel structure. TZ Mass at Fast Track, upset by George King. I mean, Mass had a sure shot main event here at Validation if he was NGW champion, but Ken Donahue threw that curveball. George King dethroned the Bully, but he still has the chance to walk out of Validation with a future world title match. TZ said that on Twitter. I may have lost the NGW title, but I'm looking towards a brighter future that begins with me winning the Elimination Chamber. And TZ Mass will be one of the 6 locked inside of the pod. Now that gives him an advantage, but throughout CMV's history, only twice has the man who entered 6th won the chamber. More times than not, a superstar who entered 1 or 2 was victorious. Justin Sane, who won 2 Elimination Chamber matches, both years he entered at 1. And here is the Machine, one half of NGW's Armbar Society, who got the spot in this chamber, replacing Eli Robledo after his incredible performance in the Fast Track Battle Royal, lasting over 20 minutes with 7 eliminations, the most in CMV history for a Battle Royal. Walter Boulay showed up on Genesis last night, gave a hell of a fight to international champion Matt Devious, but fell short. Boulay bringing his submission expertise to the Elimination Chamber. And he will also be locked inside one of these pods. Oh, man. The colossal, the brutish, the cleaner, Braxton Sutter is going to be in one of those pods. One of those pods contained him. They're made of bulletproof glass. I'm still not sure he couldn't just bust his way out. Braxton Sutter, who's only ever been pinned twice. Once in a tag team match, once again by Tim LaFave, just 24 hours removed from the instant classic he had with Dante Tatum. And yeah, you guessed it, he was victorious. That just coming a couple of weeks removed from him beating Sam Valentine in under a minute. Braxton Sutter is a favorite in many people's minds to win this Elimination Chamber, and with good reason. I don't even know if this chamber keep Braxton Sutter locked inside. He could probably just tear the chain link apart. Oh, the good news, Braxton Sutter does fit inside of the pod. Oh, and the last man that will be locked in one of these pods. It is the A-lister. It is the CMV veteran. It is the five-time undisputed champion, Hayden Blade Kiley, entering his third Elimination Chamber match. On his comeback tour, it's not been so great thus far. First, he lost one-on-one to Brian Jacobson after a distraction by TZ Mass, and then earlier this week on Fusion, the Bullies of Virtue knocking off Elijah Stewart and Hayden in tag team match. Yeah, Hayden has a bone to pick with TZ Mass. We could very well not even see these two men, though, come to blows if one of them gets eliminated before the other actually enters the match. Look at that, Hayden sizing up Braxton. Looking at everybody, he ain't afraid. Puffing up his chest. Hayden looking to become a six-time world champion if he wins this match and finally break the long-standing tie between he and his ex-gen brother, Paul Devine. So now we know who's going to start this match. It'll be the Catalyst from NGW and the International Champion Matt Devious from Genesis. It'll be 5 minutes before one of these superstars are released from their pod and can join the match. Dante Tatum and Matt Devious, this is going to be a daunting task, guys. They have to go all the way. But if anybody could do it, I'd say it's one of them too. Dante Tatum coming into this match with so many expectations on him. Everybody is waiting for Dante Tatum to jump off the top of one of them pods. And he even said so himself earlier today on Twitter. He said, wait for something amazing. This is the type of kid who showed his heart just last night on Genesis and the war that he waged with Braxton Sutter. Yes, he came up short, but he proved to everyone that he is not to be taken lightly. What an opportunity for this young man to represent NGW, one of the biggest shows in its history. Oh, he just disappeared. He's eliminated. And last, but most certainly not least, the man who the last time he stepped into the structure had his kneecap shattered. Yet he does it again, and all for what he calls his rightful shot at the world title, the international champion, the hero killer, Matt Devious, who said he thought all day long about the 5 men he's going to share the ring with, and none of them deserve this more than him. He was Mr. Money in the Bank, but he had his briefcase stolen. He should have won the Elimination Chamber, but Paul Devine bested him. He should have had a shot at the Alpha World title, but Pat LaFave shoved him out of the way. Matt Devious says there is no way he's walking out without that world opportunity, that world championship opportunity, I should say. International championship is not enough to satiate the hunger that Matt Devious has. Matt Devious showing off his title to everyone in the pods, even though it's not alone, just saying, ha ha, I have this and you don't. Here we go. The structure is closed and locked. 5 minutes before one of the other 4 locked in the pods joins the fray. Dante Tatum and Matt Devious kick things off. Oh, Tatum with an inverted twist of fate. Sweep though by Devious. And a kick to the back. Dante Tatum quick enough to get out of the way. And a standing C-Fire. Into the pin. Will Devious be embarrassed? No. The rookie staying on him like peanut butter on jelly though. Kick to the gut though. Irish whip. Off the ropes on the rebound. Devious pops him up and double boots under the chin is what's waiting for him. Punch to the back of the head. Oh, and turning his jaw to jello with that ripcord knee strike. Dante Tatum lying in wait with the Japanese arm drag. Brings Devious to his feet. Fireman's carry overhead. Back to a vertical base. Matt Devious choke slam. Dante Tatum says, "No way, Jose." Northern Lights suplex. Really? The match just started. Another Snickers reminder. Buy Snickers, please. Upper body strength on full display. Dante Tatum rolling through for the brain buster. Up out of the shoulders. Dante Tatum making sure Matt Devious is well acquainted with the top rope. I don't know if he got all that sent on. I was going to go for it again. I completely missed it the second time. Fireman's carry. Ooh! Devious drilled into the mat. Dante Tatum could have the elimination off. And a tweet here, guys. A very rare tweet from Paul Devine, the Asian sensation, saying, "When it comes to top-tier talent, X-Gen breeds the best. Hayden will show the fans again why, time after time, our name is on everyone's tongue, but maybe it'll be Dante Tatum, whose name is on everyone's tongue." Corkscrew moonsault. I thought for a second he was going to do it. I thought for sure he was going to go up to the top. Trying to tap out the international champion with this half camel clutch. Paul Devine watching, as is everyone else, I'm sure, backstage. Dante Tatum takes a brief moment to pander to this crowd. Might be the fan favorite. The catalyst of NGW. Air raid star neckbreaker, actually a patented maneuver usually utilized by Matt Devious, guys, but here we go. Who's going to be the first one to enter and make this a triple threat? Completely random drawing. Oh, TZ Mass, the British Bulldozer, the bully, the former NGW champion, coming to get him some. And now we actually have Fusion versus NGW versus Genesis in the ring for the moment. Matt Devious throwing those wheel kicks out for anyone and everyone. But TZ gets him down. Full mount, open palm strikes. That's what TZ Mass is all about. That's why he's the bully. These two have met before. Dante Tatum, one of TZ Mass's many victims. Tatum would love nothing more than to be the one to eliminate the British Bulldozer. Far easier said than done, however. Clothesline then turns the attention to Matt Devious, who goes for a suplex, but an elbow to the top of the head. TZ Mass is set free. But here goes Matt Devious for a Muda lock. He's got it locked in. Muda lock will TZ Mass tap only a minute after entering this match, prying Matt Devious' fingers apart to escape that submission, but there's Dante Tatum waiting for him. No time to rest. No rest for the wicked. And TZ Mass is most certainly wicked. Oh! What? 619! Dante Tatum dialing it up. Double boots to the face, and Matt Devious follows it up with a Emerald Fusion. Modified brainbuster for the layman. And here's a great strategy by Dante Tatum, waiting on the outside, allowing Matt Devious and TZ Mass to beat the hell out of each other while he relaxes. Oh, but TZ Mass not going to give him the chance. Back into the ring. Oh, Devious! Complete shot right down onto that hard plastic that covers the ringside area. TZ Mask not going to be the only victim at the hands of the dirty villain. Another ripcord knee strike just as TZ is trying to get back up, kicked back down. Kick to the back of the head. I think Matt Devious is just throwing out these strikes and hoping they land. Rolling wheel kick. Dante Tatum able to save himself. These three just throwing hands. Here comes TZ Mask. Big boot, doesn't keep Devious down for very long though. Matt Devious lets out a roar. Oh, wait! Reminiscent of what Paul Devine did to Matt Devious inside of the Elimination Chamber at the end of last season. That's the move that Paul Devine used to break Matt Devious' knee. Meanwhile, Hayden is the next to join the fray, and look who comes right after him. These two have been at each other's throats the past couple weeks on Fusion since Hayden's return. Luckily, it seems like Dante Tatum's not going to share the same fate that Matt Devious did. It looks like his knee is okay. Rock bottom from TZ Mask to Hayden. Yeah, Dante Tatum. Oh! Letting it be known his knee is A-okay with that Hurricane Rana DDT. Now I think going for his Sunset Flip Powerbomb. Hayden saying, TZ Mask, you are in my ring, bud. Matt Devious goes low, completely legal, no disqualifications, and obviously no countouts in this match. Matt Devious couldn't break Dante Tatum's knee, so now he tries to break his arm in half. With that stop, TZ Mask though, a pin on tightly, only gets a 1 count though. Back of the ring, Matt Devious sent through the ropes. TZ Mask with a trip, Hayden crashing face first. Dante Tatum! There he goes! Yes! The catalyst! The spike back from the top! Body splash to Matt Devious from the top of the pod! I knew he was gonna do it! I think that took just as much out of him though! Into the pin, 1, 2, but Devious kicks out! Ow! TZ Mask just speared Hayden through the pod! Oh my god! TZ Mask just broke the bulletproof glass and cut Hayden in half! Oh my god! Hayden is motionless as Mask drags him out of the pod! Into the pin! 1, 2, 3, and Hayden's eliminated! Only a few minutes after entering, but he might not be alone! Vertebreaker to Tatum! TZ may have just inadvertently saved Dante Tatum from being eliminated. As Hayden, I don't even know how Hayden's walking after getting speared through the pod. My God. Dirty heel pin on TZ. Matt Devious trying to get Mask out of here as Tatum is back to his feet, guys. And who's going to be next? Teamwork between Dante Tatum and TZ Mask. Never expected to see that. And who's it going to be? It is NGW's Walter Bolay, the Machine. And that means that Braxton Sutter, as if he needed the advantage, is going to enter last. TZ Mask, the only hope for Fusion after eliminating Hayden. Tatum, though, trying to take out his fellow NGW superstar. Right out of the gate, Hurricane Rana into the pin. That's a close 2 count. Slap to the temples, rolling wheel kick. Again, yes, this is for a point going towards the superstar's respective brand, but you have to keep in mind the individual who wins this match will also receive a future world title match. There's going to be no friends here. And we saw that clear as day, TZ Mask cutting Hayden in half by spearing him through the pod. TZ's number might be up next, but no. Backslash, however, gets only a 2 count. As Dante Tatum has been all over Walter Boulay since he came out of the pod. Massive clothesline from the British Bulldozer. Thrown through the ropes, hitting hard on the outside. Walter Boulay finally able to reverse Dante Tatum, or did he? Trying to. It is nearly impossible to keep a lid on Dante Tatum. So I can't believe he's still in this match after A, jumping off the top of the pod, and B, getting hit with Matt Devious' vertebreaker. I think he's only still in this match because Matt Devious didn't get the chance to pin him. There goes Dante Tatum from the top rope to the outside knee drop. Meanwhile, in the ring, Walter Boulay taken out with a air raid siren neck breaker. Matt Devious can't decide whether he wants to go on the outside or stay in the ring. Now he's going to help out TZ Mass. And how about this diabolical duo? Assisted sit-out choke bomb. Back into the corner, swinging knee strike over to the chin, overhand punch. Braxton Sutter gonna be the last man to enter. Ooh, that rolling heel kick. I'm not too sure how it connected, but it did. TZ Mass doesn't let it keep him down for long, though. Dante Tatum on the outside with a standing 450 splash, a perfect showcase of his unmatched athleticism into the pin now. Only gets a 1 count. Oh, TZ on Matt Devious, locking in an Anaconda Vice. As 5 seconds remain until the Queener joins the fray. And here he comes. All 6 superstars have entered now. Hayden has been eliminated by TZ Mass. And look who said is going to go right after the 2 big boys in the match. The Cleaner and the Bully. The big boot doesn't even faze Braxton. He looked down like, what was that, a fly or something? A gnat buzzing around me? Lifting the 300-plus pound frame of Sutter up and over with that vertical suplex. And here's Dante Tatum continuing the match he had with Sutter last night on Genesis. My God! Tatum getting treated like a child in the hands of Braxton Sutter. Sail side slam. 1, 2, only a 2 count as Walter Boulay slamming TZ off the cage wall there, then getting thrown into the plexiglass. Boulay says enough of this. TZ Mass is still sleeping up against the pod. Matt Devious, what the hell is he doing? Oh! Pretty rude. Into the pin though, 1, 2! Almost had it. Meanwhile, Dante Tatum hits his rolling sunset with Paulo Walter Boulay and eliminates him! Walter Boulay has been eliminated at the hands of his fellow NGW superstar, Dante Tatum, who then goes right back to his fight with Braxton Sutter. Matt Devious, what the hell is he doing? What the hell is Matt Devious doing? Not a man to be outdone! A page out of Dante Tatum's book from the top of the pod! My God! And it doesn't pin him? TZ Mass could have a broken rib right now. Working through the pain. These 4 men remain. Matt Devious from Genesis, TZ Mass from Fusion, Dante Tatum from NGW, Braxton Sutter from Genesis, and Matt Devious darn that proverbial crimson mask as TZ Mass drills his jaw down onto the shoulder for the patented stunner. Matt Devious said, I'll do whatever I have to win this match, and well, he just backed it up by leaping off the top of the pod. This is is what I'm talking about. Walter Belay entered 5th, and he's the 2nd eliminated. Meanwhile, the superstars who started the match, Dante Tatum, Matt Devious still in it, but for Matt Devious, or for Dante Tatum, I should say, that might not be for much longer. Elevated flatliner, and Dante Tatum is eliminated after an amazing showing. And now NGW has been completely wiped out. It's down to Fusion and Genesis, as Braxton Sutter goes to claim another victim in TZ. TZ's well ready for him, though. Oh, the back into the pod. And the sound of Braxton Sutter's flesh meeting the steel and plastic. Something I'll probably never be able to unhear. Braxton Sutter hot in the pursuit of Matt Devious, who goes for a cover on TZ Mass. This has been an unforgettable elimination chamber so far, and it's still not even over. TZ Mass, who entered first out of the pods. Matt Devious started the damn match. Braxton Sutter entered last. He's the freshest. Clothesline, chops down TZ Mass like a tall oak tree in the forest. Hey, if nobody's around to hear it, does a TZ Mass still fall in the forest? I don't know. Up against the ropes, Matt Devious going to take a quick nap. I think he needs it, the international champion. His entire face is covered in blood, but meanwhile, Braxton Sutter down out of the brace. TZ Mass having the back of his head splattered on the knee of Sutter, and he's eliminated. TZ Mass has been eliminated. That means no matter what, Genesis is scoring the point. But we still have to find out who's going to get the future Alpha World title shot. Matt Devious has again gone the limit. He has again made it to the end. But can he best Braxton Sutter, a man that he once teamed with? The man who started the match against the man who entered last. Matt Devious says, there's nobody who has earned this more than me. And I will do whatever I have to do inside that chamber to walk out victorious. But can he, when faced with an insurmountable task of conquering the cleaner? And it might all come crashing down right here. Braxton Sutter onto the brace. 1, 2, 3. Braxton Sutter wins the Elimination Chamber. Matt Devious comes so close again, but falls at the hands of Braxton Sutter. And look at that. That's where TZ Mass eliminated Hayden by spearing him through the pod. Braxton Sutter is coming for the Alpha World Championship, and God save anyone who decides to get in his way. Genesis, guys, takes a 3-point lead. NGW and Fusion are still tied 1 apiece. I need a breather after that. I'm sweating over here. I'm sweating like a mofo after that. There is indeed only 2 brand warfare matches left, but right now, Genesis has the lead with 3 points. NGW is out. They no longer have a chance. They've lost the war, unfortunately. But Genesis, if they win the traditional elimination tag team match and the champion of champions triple threat, they could at least tie it. But right now, it's looking like Genesis might finally win at Validation. But up next, guys, in our tertiary main event, once again, we take a quick break from the brand warfare as from Genesis. The Outcast, Brett Angel, is going to go up against the Kingdom's Joe Dirt and Max Ryder, whose leader, George King, the NGW champion, will be main eventing in the Champion of Champions triple threat, taking on from Fusion, the undisputed champion, Andrew Briggs, and Pat LaFave, the Alpha World champion from Genesis. And don't forget, up next, we have the traditional 8-man elimination tag team match, Team Fusion versus Team Genesis. Yes, NGW, despite their game attitudes tonight, I mean, Black Magic winning the Triangle Tornado Tag Team ladder match, they are out. Fusion still at least has a chance to tie things up. It'll be at a stalemate, but otherwise, again, it is looking like Genesis is going to win the big one. Brett Angel, the Outcast, a multiple-time unmatched world champion, has been embroiled in a bitter rivalry with the Kingdom this past month. It all started after Brett Angel lost his international championship to Matt Devious at Exodus, and well, Brett Angel decided not to enact his rematch clause, saying Matt Devious will always be around, the International Championship will always be around. I have other pressing matters to get to, and apparently those pressing matters were picking a fight. If you ask me, Brett Angel was looking. He wanted that fight. And he got it with George King and the Kingdom. Now he's going to have to suffer the consequences for that by taking on the last ever unmatched tag team champions in Joe Dirt and Max Ryder here in handicap style. Brett Angel has faced taller tasks before in his career, though. That's an understatement. However, I don't know if I give him much of a chance, especially with how Brett Angel's been doing. You know, Brett Angel came into this season red hot. He was looking better than I personally think he's ever looked, and his in-ring abilities were reflecting that, picking up the international title at Deathwish, but man, it all came crashing down just as soon as it was rising up, losing the title to Matt Devious, and loss after loss since then. He was able to, a few weeks ago, knock off Joe Dirt in singles competition. Didn't come easy, though. Now he's got to deal with Max Ryder as well. Brett Angel with his back against the wall takes on the Kingdom's Joe Dirt and Max Ryder. Going to be Dirt starting things off. And as I said, these two were the last ever unmatched tag team champions. And alongside George King, they have been waging a war on Genesis. A war that has brought them many good fortunes, such as George King becoming the NGW champion, now headlining Validation tonight in the main event, part of the Champion of Champions triple threat. Oh, Brett Angel juking and jiving and dropping that leg right there. Like I said, Brett Angel, he's really been this way for a few years now. His mental state has been brought up many times, and I personally do think that Brett Angel isn't 100% all there anymore. I mean, why would he just go out? I'll say this. I appreciate him saving me from the Kingdom, even though I'm pretty sure that wasn't why he was doing it. I was about to be powerbombed through this very announce table at the top before Brett Angel came out here and well, stood up to the Kingdom. But I think that's what he was looking for, any opportunity to start something with anybody. I mean, what you guys might not know, what you might not have heard is Bret Angel is constantly getting involved in confrontations backstage, sometimes physical. And it's gotten to the point where Bret Angel's starting to do more damage to himself than anybody else. Perfect evidence of that is this match right here. I'm sure Bret Angel would much rather be, a part of that elimination show we just saw, or, representing Genesis on some level here on the card, but instead, he has to feel the wrath for the choices that he's made belly to belly by Joe Dirt. Dragging him around by arm and leg, all willy-nilly. Gonna make a tag to Max Ryder. Grabs him by the sides of his head. Bret Angel, though, more fighting him than any other single person on any of the rosters. Fusion, NGW, Genesis, it doesn't matter. Oh, clothesline. Just squashing Bret Angel. And a leg drop to follow it up. Lateral press. Does Bret Angel stand a chance? That's the question. Against the Kingdom, against these two, I don't know. And this is the advantage that they have. Bret Angel has nobody to fall back on. It's nobody's fault but his own. He's alienated his friends. He left his own tag team partner, Drew Lazaire, a man who had his back all last season long. He just left him to be torn apart by Brandon Rain. He's pushed away any sort of affection. He's isolated himself, and well, now he's seeing what that does to a person. Irish whipper to the corner. The Kingdom continuing to work like a well-oiled machine, although that's pretty easy when you've got the numbers advantage. Back elbow. Snapmare. Bret Angel goes up to Bret's rope. Oh, what a nice European uppercut to the back of the head. Stomp to the lower back, then has him looking up at the sky to the apron. Vintage Angel slingshot senton. Such force on that one, it nearly knocked our referee out of the ring. And Bret Angel bringing the fight as he wants to introduce Joe Dirt to the longest night. 1, 2, but again, the numbers game catching up to Angel as Max Ryder breaks the pin. Bret Angel getting right in his face. Like, you'll get yours, don't worry. Bret Angel now continuing to stomp at the lower back of Joe Dirt. Sweep. Gives Dirt the opening. Another leg drop. Neck snap. Stomp to the knee. Going for the leg, but Bret Angel shoots him back into the corner. And to the apron goes Angel again. Springboard. Just showing off his athleticism, I guess, on that one. No real intention of hitting anything. He's nowhere near Joe Dirt. Not on that fireman's carry for very long. Bret Angel able to escape. Reverse DDT. Here's the tag to Max Ryder. Comes in with a fire lit up under his ass. Clothesline. Big boot. Bret won't stay down, though. That old boxing background of his coming into play with that jab. Back elbow again. No. Joe Dirt. Man, his size hitting a drop kick like that. Pretty impressive. Another leg drop. Leg drop. Leg drop. Leg drop. Vertical suplex. And the Kingdom have got to figure out a way to keep Bret Angel grounded. Wear him down slowly. That's the type of pace that the Kingdom enjoys. Camel clutch. Will Bret Angel be forced to submit? Have his back broken and made humble. Slide through the legs. Pulls at the shins. Wait, Bret Angel. One for Joe Dirt. One for Max Ryder, the Blackest Night. 1, 2. Oh. Just when you think he might have it. Bret Angel doesn't let it get him down, though. Stays focused, and that's what he has to do. There's no other choice. Clothesline. Clothesline. Off the ropes. Calf kick. doesn't knock Max Rider off his feet. Open palm slap to the chest. Lighting out with the 4th of July and then a full back kitchen sink. Spinning soul kick. Denied. Irish Whip to the corner. Elbow to the side of the head. Stuns Bret Angel for only a moment. Claps the temples himself. Irish Whip. Bret Angel not rushing himself. Knows when to go slow. Knows when to be weary. Swinging out the legs. Reverse DDT down onto the knee and then again into the canvas. Angel's in a bad way right now. Back elbow swings and connects to the gut. Oh, Bret Angel again! The Blackest Night! The Blackest Night! But Joe Dirt distracting the referee, trying to give his partner some time to kick out. Will it be enough though? 1, 2. No, it was. What does Bret Angel got to do? I don't think there's anything he can do. He's getting frustrated. Well, these fans in India are definitely behind the Outcast, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Great teamwork from the former unmatched tag team champions. Doesn't quell the fire of Bret Angel. Uh-oh. Max Rider looking to send Bret Angel all the way up and back down again. Colossal choke slam. Into the pin. 1, 2, Dirt. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, look at Max Rider. An immediate tag to Joe Dirt. Astonished that Angel kicked out of that one. Punch to the gut and an elbow to the side of the head. Clothesline squashes him in the corner like a bug off a windshield. But Joe Dirt pushes Angel back, gives him some room to breathe. Angel's right there waiting for him. Irish Whip to the corner, back elbow. Keeps going for that. Uh-oh, Joe Dirt. Torture rack bomb. For this being a handicap match, man, Bret Angel has been whooping the behind of the kingdom all around that ring. I think the numbers advantage is about to catch up to him, though. Joe Dirt, fucking arrow after that knee right to the ribs. Angel's got nothing left and the kingdom knows it. Bret Angel's given all that he's got. Apparently there's still more. I don't know how. What a clothesline. That's how you take someone down. Rolling neck snap. This match has done just as much damage to the kingdom, though. I think you saw Joe Dirt collapse a few seconds ago. Nearly gets the 3 count. Yo, what up, Famous? You are pretty late, but we still have a lot to get to, so. Irish Whip to the corner. Yeah, Angel has not learned his lesson. That's the 3rd time he's missed that back elbow in the corner. Oh, look at this. Max Rider holding Bret Angel back, giving Joe Dirt some time to put some gas back in the tank and catch his breath. Bret Angel charging at his foe, only to be put in the corner. Dirt wants that tag, but he can't get it. 3 punches in the back of the head. 4, 5. No 6th, though. Uppercut to the ribs, running bulldog out of the corner. Bret Angel, the heart and soul of a warrior. Vintage Angel, Vintage Angel, Vintage Angel. Can he get to the cover, though? Is he even going to try for the cover? No. Grabbing Joe Dirt by the hair. This is a modified crossface, guys. Modified crossface. Will Joe Dirt be forced to tap? Bret Angel wants the submission. He's got this locked in tight. I don't know if Dirt can escape. Ah, but he does. 3 elbows to the jaw. Angel has to let go. Just eating them elbows. Runs at him with the big boot. Joe Dirt says, I ain't here for that. 1, 2, 3 power bombs in a row. Joe Dirt makes the tag to Max Ryder again, who's had a considerable amount of time to rest up. Goes to the pin. 1, 2. A little bit of time making the tag is all Angel needed to get out of that one. How many more could he get out of, though? This fight that is split on the outside now. Back elbow. Bret Angel rejects it. Not that forearm smash to the face, though. Back over his own knife edge chop. Back elbow again. Knife edge chop. And a heavy Irish whip. Angel on the apron. Oh, what is Max Ryder thinking here? Body splash on the apron. Angel goes limp like a wet spaghetti noodle. Maybe playing possum. Tries to go back to his boxing ways. Hasn't helped him out much in this match, though. Fireman's carry, dropping the single knee gutbuster. Back into the ring again. Max Ryder having his way with the Outcast. Another body splash. The near 300 pounds of Max Ryder right across the chest of Angel. And now Max saying, that all you got, Bret? Is this what you brought to the table? You're nothing. Count of 3. Bret Angel tries to swing around for a jab, but gets a headbutt, nearly smashes his face in. Heavy Irish whip onto that bottom rope. A third time with the body splash on the apron. You gotta be kidding me. Ref, do your job, man. Call this one. Angel doesn't know when to quit. He's never going to stop. He will not die. He'd rather be injured. He'd rather have his career end than it be said that he gave up. But now Bret gets the upper hand. Max Ryder lures him back into the ring. And this is classic Kingdom, the torture rack bomb. Irish whip to the corner. The Kingdom looking to finish off Bret. But can you finish off Bret Angel? Off the ropes. He was trying to build a head full of steam, but that just gave Max Ryder more to work with. These fans raining down boos on the Kingdom, who takes pleasure. And the Kingdom don't care how long this match go on. That just gives them more time to punish Bret Angel for daring to pick a fight with their king. But another vintage Angel. Cobra clutch, Russian leg sweep. Bret Angel gonna try to steal it. 1, 2, 3, and he does! Are you kidding me? Bret Angel has just bested the Kingdom after getting his ass kicked for what seems like an eternity. Bret Angel, yet again in his long and illustrious career, defies the odds. All Bret Angel needed was one opening, and he found it. Brad Angel stands tall out of validation. And now it is co-main event time, my fine feathered friends, and this is must win for Team Fusion. Currently the score sits at 3 points for Genesis. NGW and Fusion tied for second at 1 point apiece, but NGW has no more matches, so they cannot make a comeback. However, Fusion still can. If they win this match, and then Andrew Briggs wins the Champion of Champions triple threat, validation will end in a draw between Fusion and Genesis, which would certainly be a shame. Nothing would really be proved there, but at least Fusion, in Genesis's eyes, wouldn't win for the third straight year. And it's Percy Simmons leading the charge, backed by his Control buddies Jamal Sadana and Cameron Cray, and the Anarchy champion Shay Hoxton taking on Bob Luger, who fronts Click, Chris Adams, Randy Borton, and Xander Slate. It's make it or break it time for Monday Night Fusion, and specifically for Percy Simmons, who has the entirety of the Fusion locker room on his back right now. Everybody, I'm being told, all three brands are watching intently in the back, crowding around monitors, because if Click wins this, then even if Andrew Briggs were to win the Champion of Champions triple threat, it would not matter. Genesis at 3 points. NGW and Fusion tied for second. NGW, of course, could win the main event. George King could win the Champion of Champions triple threat, but it still would not matter. They have no chance to win, but Fusion still has the possibility of tying things up, at least saying they didn't lose. And they can still claim brand superiority, considering the last 2 years they have won. Last year it was a clean sweep, for crying out loud. Will Genesis blow this lead? Or will they finally be able to say they are the A show over Monday Night Fusion? Not if that man right there has anything to say or do about it. Ironclad Percy Simmons, Mr. CMV, the franchise, the gold-blooded, longest reigning light heavyweight champion of all time, with the undefeated tag team of Jamal Sadana and Cameron Cray at his 6. Percy Simmons showed up on Genesis last night, beat Bob Luger in the main event, and then tapped out Randy Borton, who attempted to jump him afterwards. Went to the rival show and stuck his flag right in the middle of the ring. That is a leader. I don't like his attitude. I don't respect how he goes about his business, but that is a leader. Big fight feel for this one. Remember, this is elimination style, meaning all members of one team either have to be eliminated via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification in order for the other team to be victorious. The Control not going to be alone for this one. Percy Simmons certainly picking quite the fourth. A mutual partnership, though. Percy Simmons and the Control brutally attacked Joey Diaz last month, ahead of Diaz getting a shot at Shea Hoxton's Anarchy Championship. That was the second time Diaz has been screwed out of a rightful title match with Hoxton. In return, Hoxton agreed to join Team Fusion. But tomorrow night, he's not going to have any help, because General Manager Yuri Sokolov has declared Shea Hoxton will defend his Anarchy title against Joey Diaz and inside of a steel cage to ensure there is no outside interference. Joey Diaz was pretty fired up on Twitter about it. But tonight, Shea Hoxton has to focus. There's one goal in mind, and that is proving the show he is on is the better. Shea Hoxton appearing at Validation live from Mania, what's been called the biggest show in CMV history. I think talent-wise, that's not a lie. Hoxton been in CMV since the end of last season and already has captured the minds of the CMV Universe and the Anarchy Championship. Maybe not capturing their minds in exactly a good way, though. Claiming he is unbeaten despite, I'm pretty sure, having more losses than wins. Shea Hoxton, I can say confidently, the most delusional man I've ever met. But a betting man, and he has bet big on Fusion tonight. He's not liking how the show's gone so far. The odds aren't in his favor, so now it's time for him to get the job done. And there is Team Fusion, a formidable alliance, if there ever was one. The sexy boy of Click. Don't let his looks fool you, because Chris Adams is a multiple-time unmatched world champion along with many other accolades. Rejoining Click in its grand reunion last month, and they have been nothing short of impressive. Chris Adams has a big King of the Ring qualifying match this Friday in Genesis against Tim LaFave. But right now, he's back at his boys and shaking that rear end. In fact, all four members of Click are former world champions. More important than that, they are brothers. I'm not discounting the chemistry that Control has. It is certainly there. I mean, they're unbeaten since coming together. There's something to say about that. But I think that that's a relationship more out of mutual benefit than anything else. Percy Simmons surrounding himself with some friends, some henchmen with his ironclad contract, whereas Click came together because they're brothers, and in their own words, they want to make Genesis the A show. That's their goal. That always has been their goal. And it's a goal they can see accomplished by winning this match right here. If they do so, Fusion's chances are kaput, right down the drain. There they are, the Moo Moo Man, Randy Orton, a two-time undisputed champion, the OG Dirty Heel Xander Slade, a two-time world champion, and the work ethic titan Bob Luger, a two-time alpha world champion. Xander Slade just last night defeating Paul Devon. He's already qualified for King of the Ring, but Bob Luger is a man scorned. Percy Simmons came into his house and embarrassed him and Borton, and he is not going to let that stand. Bob Luger getting right in the face of Percy Simmons there. I think he might have even spit at him. Here we go. Our co-main event gets underway, guys. The traditional Fusion versus Genesis 8-man elimination tag, and it is must-win for Fusion. If Genesis does, it is all over for the flagship show. Percy Simmons going to start off for his team against the pretty boy, Chris Adams. Powerbomb. Punch to the top of the head again and again. Scoop slam. Percy Simmons drops down behind. Ooh, and a wheel kick. Digging the heel of his boot right down Chris Adams' gullet. Camel clutch positioning. Percy Simmons wailing on him with the forearm smashes. Guys, still to come up next to our main event. It is the champion of champions triple threat. Andrew Briggs, the undisputed champion representing Fusion, but what kind of condition will he be in after the attack last month in the hands of PJ Moon? From NGW, George King, and of course, Pat LaFave, the Alpha World Champion of Genesis, tag made to the British Brute, Cameron Cray. The two of these guys going to work together. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork. Hot tag though, and here comes Randy Borton. Running right to a forearm smash. Knife edge chop. Clothesline. Caught up in a web. Spinning soul kick. Rebound. Forearm smash from Cameron Cray. No from Borton though. Elbow drop to the lower back. Whichever team makes the first elimination, that is most certainly going to give them a discernible edge. But well, throughout CMV's history, there have been many times where we thought the same, where it's been 1-on-3 and somehow a superstar has come back to win it for their team. Cameron Cray wants to trap Borton in the corner, cut him off from the rest of his brothers, but the Milkman not going to allow that. Irish whip back towards Click. Tag made, and here comes the cardio maniac, Bob Luger. What the hell is this? Borton propping up Trey as Luger goes off the rope for a clothesline. Jumping past Luger, tag made, and here comes Jamal Sadada. The man who in over his year career spanning across Unmatched and Fusion has only ever been defeated once. Pinned once. The last ever European champion caught in a Dragon Sleeper. I don't think I've ever seen Luger use one of those before. Pretty cool. Doesn't do him much good in the end. Luger. STO to counter a clothesline. Jamal Sadana competing in front of his home country, his friends and his family, front row. Gotta feel great for Jamal Sadana. What would feel even better is actually winning this match. Back in comes Chris Adams. Punch to the jaw, and I gotta give the upper hand to Click going into this one because they've been together longer. The Control just formed some months ago. Shay Hoxton is hardly friends with them. It's just as I said earlier, like a beneficial partnership. Everybody's getting something out of it. All the Click want is to make their home, Genesis, the show. The show. Jamal Sadana dwarfing the pretty boy here. Counters an Irish whip though. Punch to the back of the head from Luger. And then a tag. Working amazing so far together. Jamal Sadana jumping over Chris Adams. Didn't see the belly to belly coming from Bob Luger. And remember guys, if Team Genesis wins this, that means they have to either pin, submit, count out, or get Jamal Sadana disqualified. Jamal has to lose in some fashion. So he'll only be losing for the second time ever if that's the case. Easier said than done. Jamal Sadana bringing Bob Luger, probably looking for a tag. Bringing the arm around the back. What the hell is this? Okay, hammerlock, Russian leg sweep. I guess. That's the only thing I can come up with. Pretty intricate setup. Bob Luger dropping the knee down out of the shoulder, bringing the top rope with him there, just about cut his own head off. Bob Luger shooting for the Coney Island Cyclone. I do think Jamal with the wherewithal to see it coming. Luger popped him against the ropes, wide open for that punch to the chest. Enzu lariat from behind while Luger was trapped in the corner. Now Jamal just going to choke him out. He has him to the count of 5. He's got to be careful though. Disqualifications are indeed in effect. Half camel clutch. Will Bob Luger tap out? Will he be embarrassed 2 nights in a row? Jamal wants to make a tag, or does he? Maybe he just wants to look into Bob Luger's baby blue eyes. Someone's trying to get into the ring. I think it's Xander Slate help out Bob Luger, but the referee actually doing his job, keeping Slate at bay, not allowing him to do so. And Luger, one slip up from Jamal might cost him. Luger landing, Jamal reverses. Just before Luger can drill him headfirst into the canvas, Jamal gets some punches off to the midsection, and now back in comes Percy Simmons, and here's a rematch from just 24 hours ago when Percy Simmons didn't just beat Bob Luger, but dominated him, and then tapped out Randy Borton as well. Nothing like showing up to your rival's house and spitting right in their face. Rocker dropper from the longest reigning light heavyweight champion of all time. Will Bob Luger be the first eliminated? No, only a 1 count. Big kick to the back, but Percy Simmons doesn't beat around the bush. Finger on the trigger, lining up his shot, down the sights, going for the Wall Street crash, but Luger's seen it coming now. He tasted it last night. He don't want it again. Randy Borton with the assist, holding back Percy's arms. Knife edge chop, lighting up that chest like the 4th of July. Now Bob Luger with a knee of his own to the shoulder of Simmons. Oh, Simmons going for a ride. The Coney Island Cyclone. And will Percy be the first man eliminated? 1. No. A 1 count. Luger says, all right, fam, I got you. That ain't enough. Surely this will be. But much like Jamal, Percy reversing the Luger landing. That ain't working out so well for him tonight. In 2008, the move that beat Bob Luger last night on Genesis. 1, 2, 3. That would have been a 3 if Chris Adams didn't break it up. So here comes Jamal Sedana to make the pretty boy pay. He's taking on everybody. Up over the shoulder. Walking Bob Luger to the ropes, hanging him up to dry, chest first on the top rope. Xander Slate, just nearly getting the tag. So close, but no cigar. Bob Luger getting his face rearranged with that mini curb stomp, that mini Wall Street crash. Shay Hoxton hasn't been in this match yet. Looks like he wants to be, but being kept on the back burner. Great strategy, actually. Keep one member of your team out so that they stay fresh, just in case it's an emergency. Bob Luger, who's going to make the tag to now? Randy Borton. I think Click had that same strategy, but with Xander Slate, because he hasn't been tagged in yet either. The Milkman looking for his own bit of payback after Percy Simmons made him submit. Borton tried to jump Percy after the match with Luger, but, well, it completely backfired. Rocker dropper again, rearing its ugly head. Up off the canvas. Randy Borton going splat off the mat with that forward Russian leg sweep variation. And here comes the joint manipulation from Percy Simmons. Not a whole lot of people do it better. Prying back the fingers while also torquing the wrist. Percy Simmons then dropping his knees across the kidneys. And Percy Simmons creates a bit of distance, enough for him to build a head full of steam. 2008. Randy Orton counters it though. Kick to the gut, puts Percy down on one knee and a vertical suplex soon after. Orton. Percy Simmons has no idea what's coming. Borto end! Cameron Trey trying to give Simmons some time by distracting the referee. Will it be enough though? 1, 2, yes it will. Teamwork there by the Control. Keeps them alive. Remember, this is must win for Percy Simmons and Team Fusion. If they lose, there is no hope of them winning the Battle of the Brands. But if they do, it'll be all up to Andrew Briggs to tie things. Percy gonna try for 2008 again. This time he gets it. But Click doing the same thing that Cameron Trey did a few moments before. 1, 2. Oh, and it is. Sport getting out. With but a millisecond to spare, Cameron Trey DDTing Bob Luger to tomorrow. Ooh, Important's been busted open too. Complete shot off the ropes. Ward, can he make a hot tag? Yes, he can. Here comes Chris Adams. A million miles a minute, but that's a detriment. Percy Simmons trying to use his energy against him. Now he's gotten grounded. Show off. Headstand side, a headlock. Percy Simmons right back to the joint manipulation, this time on Chris Adams. Gliding off the back like a hot knife through butter. Where's Percy getting these from? 2008! He's hit everybody but Xander Slate now. Bob Luger and Xander distracting the official. Has enough time been given? Can Xander Slate make the save? Yes, he can. Jamal Sadana slams him down for it. And the confusion, Chris Adams gets the upper hand. Jamal Sadana comes flying into frame. Oh, Percy Simmons mean-mugging Luger. Back out onto the apron. Chris Adams wants a cutter of his own. Percy Simmons says, I'm not about that life. Irish whip in the corner, punch to the back of the head. Adams coming to get him some. Percy Simmons waiting. Kick to the gut and then a strike to the shin too. Can Percy Simmons make his way tagging Shea Hoxton. So close, but not quite. And now Chris Adams looking for the sweet tooth music. Percy Simmons looked like he just got shot into outer space. Oh, but Cameron Trey's right there to make the save. Now the referee's been taken out. Bob Luger with the German Suplex, Cameron Trey. This match is imploding. Slate has not been eliminated. He's still there. Percy Simmons now bleeding from a cut across his forehead. No eliminations thus far. Where the hell did Cameron Trey go? I guess he's rested on the outside after that German suplex. Yeah, there he is. Jamal's checking on him. Percy looking to deliver his 4th 2008. Oh, but he can't get to the pin. Both men are down, just able to throw his hand over Adams' chest. Ah, Sanders gonna break that up though. Look, he split. Shea Hoxton finally getting him some with a teardrop suplex to Xander Slate. Back in comes Cameron Trey. Overhand punch to the already injured Adams. Ooh, rocket kick. Nothing like taking your boot and just smashing it into your opponent's face. Kick to the knee, and then another one up under the jaw. Adams is feeling himself right now. elbow drop after elbow drop after elbow drop after elbow drop. Quite a barrage from Chris Adams, who now goes to the top rope, but I think whatever he's going to go for is going to be thwarted. Jamal Sardana coming to the end of his tag team partner a little too late. Went for the snapshot, but Cameron Cray got his knees up. No, that match already happened, J-Rod. That was the last match. Some more great teamwork by Click. Randy Borton punching Cray right in the back of the head. Sent them out for a clothesline at the hands of Adams. Tag to Xander Slate. Finally legal in this match. He's going to be the freshest of Click, much like Hoxton is for Team Fusion. Slate going to easily overpower the smaller Cray. The British Brute, though, he's like a honey badger. There's no quitting him. Slate going to not have an easy time. Keeping him grounded. Example number 1. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what just happened there. My voice just died. Sweep by Slate, who was the first entrant into the King of the Ring tournament this season, joined by Reese Matthews. More qualifiers this Friday. Chris Adams has one, in fact, against Tim LaFave. But look at Click. The pop-up cutter could be an elimination, but Hoxton makes sure it is not. Yeah, Xander Slate didn't spend too much time in the ring before going back out. Xander Slate does not look like a very happy camper right now. Adams is trying to tag somebody, but no one wants to get in the ring. Borton's bleeding. Luger's hanging on by a thread. Oh! Adams. Very well, because he's had his arm snapped in half. Bending like a twig over the knees of Cameron Cray. Xander Slate sees that the pretty boy is in trouble. Gets off the Irish whip, though. Can he make the tag? No, he cannot. Cray with an Irish whip of his own. He can't make a tag either, though. Somebody's trying to get into the ring to help out Adams. This ref is very good at his job, though, I will say. Cameron Cray, can he make that hot tag to Percy? Adams is going to allow it. Apparently he wants a piece of Mr. CMV. Click knows that if they eliminate Percy Simmons first, the morale of Team Fusion is going to go shooting down. Heavy Irish whip. Maybe Percy Simmons going to try to take a count out elimination. Get the ball rolling here. Cravat neck breaker, the base of Adam's skull. The rest of Click there, they can't do anything. They're helpless here to aid their brother. They might be disqualified. I mean, this referee is pretty strict, we've seen so far, so I don't blame him. Count of 6. Percy Simmons seems to have no interest in returning to the ring as he smashes Adams' face first off the steel steps, just taking him for a walk around the ring. Using everything to get his hands on as a weapon. Count of 8 now. Adams gut first into the corner of the announcer with a scoop slam. Remember, they have it to the count of 20. Percy Simmons might be handing us our first ever 20 count loss. (13), but Chris Adams saves the day. Keeps either team from suffering an elimination. Oh, Percy Simmons just hit Adams, knocked Slate off the apron, and clipped Borton all with one elbow. Now that is impressive. another one of those forward Russian leg sweeps. Something's got to give. Neither one of these teams allowing an elimination. Percy Simmons, just shot daggers at Xander. See, Percy's not just about the in-ring ability. He is psychologically a threat too. Mama squared, an old school move of Adams. Adding insult to injury and maybe the first elimination. It is! Oh, wait, what? What the hell just happened? This is supposed to be elimination, what? Hello? The bell has run, the controls music has hit, but this is supposed to be elimination, guys. What the hell is going on? Wait a minute. Something's up here, guys, something's up here. This is traditional. The past 3 years, this match has been elimination. What the hell? The Click are looking clueless. Everybody here in the arena has their jaws dropped. What's going on? They're controlling Shay Hoxton. Shay Hoxton didn't even get tagged. What the hell? The referee has called it. Oh, something's up. This isn't right. Something's up there, guys. That couldn't have been any sort of mistake. The referee knew what he was doing. He immediately called for the bell after Percy made that pin. Oh, I'm fuming now. And considering the history of Percy Simmons, the Control, and especially Shay Hoxton, who is known for paying off referees and officials, I think we just got another Hoxton screw job. This is unbelievable. Oh, man. I wish I could get up in this announce table right now. I'd give Percy Simmons and Shay Hoxton a piece of my mind, but we still have our main event to come, guys, and like it or not, Fusion won that match. That means that it all rests on the shoulders of Andrew Briggs now. If he wins this match, he will tie things between Fusion and Genesis, and the battle of the brands will go to a stalemate, or Pat LaFave could win. And he could make it a definitive victory for Genesis. Even if George King wins, though, Genesis will still be victorious, as NGW has only 1 point right now. So if George King were to win, they'd only go up to 2. Genesis would still have 3. Man, I wonder if the only thing I'm wondering is if Yuri Sokolov knew what was going to happen there. Because if he did, then I've just lost all respect for a man that I had respect for. I guess we'll get our answers on the next episode of Fusion, but we still got a main event to go, guys. It is the champion of champions triple threat. And there he is, the most maniacal man in CMV history, and has now become the second longest reigning Alpha World Champion of all time, surpassing Bob Luger, now just right underneath Chris Andrews. He's held that title since the first episode of Genesis this season. He's done every single thing within his power, the sneaky snake that he is, to keep that championship. His regime crumbled around him. He lost his power as general manager, but he still is the Alpha World Champion. He survived the triple threat Hell in a Cell at Exodus, beating back Reese Ortiz and Top Susum. He survived the triple threat on Genesis, beating back Top Susum and El Jefe, and he even survived Pierre Thompson. Pierre Thompson, who he beat clean, mind you, didn't even use his signature low blow. And how reluctant do you think the Genesis locker room is right now backstage to be cheering this man on? There's not a single soul aside from Braxton Sutter that likes this guy. And well, now Braxton Sutter, after winning the Elimination Chamber earlier tonight, is owed a world title match. But Pat LaFave first has to defend against Kevin Silva this Friday on Genesis. If he does, Pat LaFave could have to defend his championship against his own bodyguard. And I think Braxton Sutter would definitely value becoming world champion over whatever little money Pat is still giving him. It can't be much. And the king of CMV, the NGW champion, who, not surprised, he's not bringing the championship out here. It was George King, who back at Fast Track a few weeks ago was Ken Donahue's hand-picked challenger for TZ Mass, and King actually did it. He just throwing the bully. But right after, he tweeted saying, "This is the fake NGW championship. I'm still the real NGW champion." And George King says he's been the reigning real NGW champion for over 800 days. King saying, "This fake NGW title means nothing to me," and saying he is going to vacate it after tonight. King saying, "The only reason I'm not vacating it beforehand is because I want to be a part of this triple threat, and I want to get my hands on Pat LaFave." But a tweet here, guys, from PJ Moon, and he says, "Briggs, just be glad you can walk right now. If I wanted to, I could put you out of your misery. Be lucky, or your luck will run out in a single snap." PJ Moon has no right tweeting after what he did to Andrew Briggs last month. And we're finally going to see exactly what kind of condition the Undisputed Champion is. We haven't seen him since that attack launched by PJ Moon last month. But even still, there he is! Andrew Briggs, and I can already see the wrappings under his shirt there. Not a good sign. But he is here, and that's what matters. The entire fate of Fusion in this Battle of the Brands is riding on him. He's injured, but he is here. What should have been the happiest moment of Andrew Briggs' life was tainted and soured when his friend, a man he called a partner, PJ Moon, stabbed him in the back. And Briggs knows what that feels like all too well, to have another person betray him. And almost cost him, guys. If Briggs would have been out any longer, Yuri Suckler would have no choice but to vacate the Undisputed Championship. Briggs is not cleared to compete. I know that for a fact. But somehow, I'm sure it was Ted Dickens' doing, he managed to come out here to compete for this match. There was no way he was missing it. So let's get it on. Who is the champion of champions? It seems like the injury is mostly focused on Briggs' chest and left shoulder, as those are heavily taped. Could be other taped parts of his body, though. We can't really tell because he's wearing the tank top and the jeans. Briggs didn't come out here for a match. He came out here for a fight. That's clear enough. Pat LaFave taking to the outside right from the get-go. George King knows he's got a better chance against Briggs, more than likely, who's not even near 100%. Andrew Briggs dropping off the shoulders of George King back down to the canvas. Pat LaFave takes his time getting back into the ring. Now this is not elimination. This is first fall to a finish. Damn, Pat taking out everybody. Pinfall submission in the ring. Whoever does it first will have their hand raised and be declared the champion of champions. Andrew Briggs wins this match, then validation will end in a draw between Fusion and Genesis. But if either George King or Pat LaFave win, then Genesis will win. The Battle of the Brands finally proved their supremacy after being beaten 2 years in a row by Fusion. NGW's had a hell of a showing here tonight. can't deny that, but even if King does win, I guess you could say they ended on a high note, but they still will not be declared as such, as the brand. That clothesline did nothing to affect George King. Andrew Briggs look around, he was like, what? Russian leg sweep, though. The NGW champion is dropped. The fake NGW champion, I guess. By his own words, the real and fake NGW champion, I guess. Kind of confusing. Elbow drop by George King. Pat LaFave again forced to roll to the outside as Andrew Briggs gets that crossbody this time. Lefts and rights raining down. It's good to see that at least Andrew's spirit wasn't diminished. I don't think it ever could be. Record-setting three-time light heavyweight champion, the king of the ring, though not for much longer as the 6th annual tournament is on the horizon. But it doesn't matter to him. He has realized his dream. He is the world champion. Crack to the jaw. Again and again. Pat LaFave, at 60 years of age, going strong as the Alpha World Champion. Now, say what you will about this man. I've certainly got a lot to say about him. And I can't wait to see him lose that Alpha World Championship. But he beat Pierre Thompson clean a few weeks ago with the title on the line. That shows me that Pat LaFave doesn't necessarily always have to use these dastardly tactics that he just enjoys using them. What's George King doing here? About to allow Andrew Briggs to make the pin. Lucky for him, LaFave kicked out. All three of these guys, their strongest assets are brawling. So this is a slugfest. That's all it's going to be. That's all it ever was going to be. I mean, that's why Andrew Briggs didn't come out here dressed in his wrestling attire. He came out here dressed in his fighting attire. George King looks like the only one who's ready to have a technical confrontation, but even he doesn't enjoy that first and foremost. George King sees the entire world as peasants, his subjects. Andrew Briggs is just another one of them. And right now, he might just be another victim. Pendulum backbreaker on the top turnbuckle. Dear Lord. Referee into position 1, 2, only a 2 count. King now looking to seize control off of Pat, the 110th Street Slam. George King has finished off many opponents with that move right there. Will it be enough here tonight? It will! What? George King has just won the Champion of Champions Triple Threat pin, Pat LaFave. And this means that Genesis wins the Battle of the Brands. Briggs was down after that pendulum backbreak off the top rope. King saw the opening and he took it. George King did exactly what he said he was going to do. And screwing over Fusion in the process. I guess the screw job orchestrated by Percy Simmons and Shay Hoxton was useless after all, and good, I say. Rightfully so. Look, the fact of the matter is, Andrew Briggs, lucky if he was at 50% going into this match. And even then, he gave it his all. His injury might have been made 10 times worse after getting his back smashed off the top rope, though. And King knew what he was doing. Briggs was out, drilled Pat into the canvas with the 110th Street Slam, and George King is the one standing tall at the end of the night. You see, what's funny is in that match, there was nothing on the line for Pat LaFave. When his championship is on the line, when something that includes him is on the line, he'll low blow people, he'll scratch and claw to defend his title in 2 triple threats and against the big dog Peter Thompson. But then in a match that doesn't concern him in any other way other than representing Genesis, he goes down that easy. And that's the most telling thing, I think, about Pat LaFave. Meanwhile, guys, Genesis finally, after 3 years, can say they are the show. Past 2 years, Fusion has sweeped them up, but Genesis does it this time, and boy, was it close. Whew. Longest stream of this season. Longest stream in a while, coming up on 3.5 hours, but it was chock full of some good shit. Awesome show. I hope you all enjoyed watching along with me. I will say before everybody leaves, there are going to be some pretty big changes coming to CMV in these next couple of weeks. I'm going to be talking to them first with my little mod squad, but then they will be, I'll be talking about them on the Twitter and on the website, but I'm not going to be live tomorrow. There's going to be a week break, and then these new changes, all these new things are going to be happening the week after. Things are going to get better. I know I've been spotty this past month. Life has been pretty hectic, and I've been really busy, but there's going to be a set schedule. I'm going to stick to it no matter what. I don't care if I have a stroke on stream. I'm gonna do the shows, all right? But so make sure you stick around because all those announcements will be coming soon. But for now, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you later. Peace.